Okay, why do I have their pictures up here? See, y'all was rushing me. I'm not with them right now. Put them down for a second. Okay. What's up, everybody? Hey. The reason why I am late, early late, because I'm still getting development. People are still sending me information. So I'm trying to dive into all this information before I go live. And y'all be just rushing me. Okay? Y'all be rushing me. I'm trying to get on the phone and get the tea. And oh my gosh, when I announce that I'm going live, y'all be in the comments. Go live, go live. Don't be late. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me at least get myself together. I'm trying to get my coffee. I'm trying to get on the phone and talk to my friend. I'm trying to talk, and y'all just be rushing me. All right? Y'all be rushing me. But I'm okay, though. All right? Okay? But I do want to say thank y'all that is here, that is watching this. I want to give a special shout out. If you never heard of me, I'm Wiley from the Wiley Show. One of the best shows out here, and you are guaranteed to get a laugh. Okay, if you're laughing at me, or if you're really, really laughing at what I'm saying, you're really going to get a laugh. And I have a serious situation here that I do want to talk about. A story in Chicago, in my city. I do want to talk about this first. I didn't put the young man picture up. I don't feel bad. And his name is Zion Brown. I want to definitely read this about Zion Brown, the Chicago train robbery suspect. He robbed somebody on a train, and his mother turned him in. I want to read this. The suspect sought in a Chicago train robbery has been identified as Loyola University student recognized by his own mother, who reportedly dragged him into the police station to turn himself in. Zion Brown, an 18-year-old sophomore at Loyola University, Chicago, has been charged with armed robbery after allegedly stealing about $100 in cash at gunpoint from a Metro train conductor Tuesday afternoon. WBBM TV reported after recognizing photos of a masked suspect seen glancing into the station security camera shared by police, reported by the media as her son, Brown mother brought him into a police station in Calumet City for him to turn himself in. CWB Chicago reported. The details were revealed at Brown's bond hearing, where he was represented by a private defense attorney who argued his client was hungry and was looking for something to eat. All right. Brown reportedly attended class after the armed holdup, and his lawyer asked the judge to remember her own days as a hungry college kid and determining his bail. Cook County Judge Mayhem Ahim, I hope I'm saying her last name right, ordered Brown held without bail. Leona Phoenix reported, citing the Chicago County State's Attorney's Office. And they definitely rejected the argument. And this is what I want to say. Okay. The reason why I say it's a bunch of bull crap with the defense attorney saying the man didn't have nothing to eat when you could have went home to mama. You could have went home to mama and say, Mama, I ain't got nothing to eat. Give me a sandwich. You don't have to go at gunpoint, get a gun, point it at somebody, and robbing somebody on the train. That argument is a bunch of bull. You could have went to the office at the university and said, I'm hungry. Can you feed me? Somebody at that university would have gave that man a sandwich, and your mother could have fed you. So I don't believe that he was hungry. I believe that they try to pull that to get some bail. No, he was out here want to rob people, want to go out here and commit a crime, and yet he should do the time. And I admire the mother, that Black warrior in Black History Month, for turning in her son, her criminal son. And she did something great. She got him a private defense attorney to defend him, a private attorney to defend him. But yet he needs to be off the streets because I was robbed twice at gunpoint in Chicago. I was robbed and actually jumped in Chicago. I was robbed twice. I was robbed right in front of my grandmother's house. I was on my way to work. I will never forget it. And I had on my scrubs on my way going to work, getting on the green, had to get on the green line, was robbed and jumped. That you already got the money, and then you jump me. Like, I don't understand it. You already took my stuff. Why jump me? So I don't have no sympathy because he was in my court. That hoodlum, that criminal would have got at least 55 years in state penitentiary if he was in my court. So I can't be on the judge because I'm biased. But if he was in my court, almost definitely he's getting at least 300 years in prison. I don't know if you can give that much for armed robbery, but you definitely get some time if you come in my court. If it was me, because I was robbed twice in the city of Chicago. So this is a deterrent. I'm glad the judge said no bail, because if you can get a weapon and go out and rob somebody, what would make you not go out and rob again? People that usually get out on bail with a defense like this typically go out and reoffend while they out on bail. Okay, and he ain't got to worry about being hungry, because one thing I know in a Cook County jail, you get 3 hots in a cot, and sometimes other stuff, but you get 3 hots and a cot. You get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, taxpayer money, so you won't be hungry. And let him sit there and let him understand that you cannot go and get a weapon and rob somebody because you hungry. It's plenty hungry people out here. They're not picking up a gun to go rob somebody. If you hungry, go to McDonald's and say, can you please let me clean up the McDonald's and get me a burger? I'm so hungry, or something. You don't have to go out here and go and pick up a gun. Go pick up a sign and put on there, I'm hungry, feed me. Just give me a burger. Give me some French fries. Dig in the garbage and eat something. But you don't have to go and get no Glock and have to go around somebody. Now, mind you, this person do not have no criminal record according to the news report. But my thing is this: how did you get the gun? How did you get the gun? Who gave you the gun? Because if you're able to get that, you're most definitely is some type of criminal behavior. And one thing I know about Chicago, it's snowing. So it's plenty of people that need some snow pickup. Get you a shovel and go get you a hustle or get you a job. But you ain't got to be out here. And I don't believe he was hungry. I believe that's a bunch of bull crap to get out on bail. I don't believe that man was hungry. Not at all. Not if you have a mother that live in the suburbs. I think she lived in the suburbs. Wait a minute, say, what's the suburbs? She said Calumet City, in the suburbs, and Calumet, and another part, Calumet City. You could have easily had your mother cook you a meal. So it wasn't act like you were so far away from home that you couldn't go home and call mom and say, hey, mom, let me get some money off your link card. If she do have a link card. I don't know if she have a link card. I don't want to offend people because, people get mad. They say, what you mean if she had a link card? So you saying she on food stamps? I don't know if she on food stamps, but she can qualify for food stamps. If you have a college student, you can qualify for some food stamps. I don't know if you can qualify for it or not. I'm just saying. Okay? Or it could be probably for drugs. So we're going to move on. So when I saw that story, I'm like, what's going on here? And that person could have, what if the gun would have went off? That person going to be traumatized, and he's going to have some type of trauma because he had a gun in his face. And thank God the weapon didn't go off. So I do admire that judge to say no bail. I admire that. I feel like if you use a weapon and you rob somebody and it's on video, you should not get bail. You should sit in there and wait for trial so you can think about your decision and decisions that you made. All right. So I had to definitely say that. So that story was definitely triggering. So when I saw that story going viral, I was trying my best. I was trying to see how the mama looked. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get a picture of the mama. So I'm still digging, and I'll give y'all some more details once I get more details about this story. Once I get this mama Facebook page, because I want to see what do the Facebook page, of the mother, what is she saying? Because a lot of people are saying, hey, uh, I would never, and this is Cardi B. She's so trashy. That's a trashy woman. Cardi B, get out of black people business. This is Black History Month. You ain't black. Cardi was like, I wouldn't have turned him in. He was hungry. If somebody would have robbed you, Cardi, while you picking up culture, or would have robbed you in Offset, you won't be preaching this time about you feeling sorry. Only reason why you feeling sorry, because the gun wasn't in your face. So until you get a gun stuck in your face and they rob you for your chains and your burritos and tacos, don't you dare say that he was hungry. You ain't gonna be hearing that excuse that he hungry. You're gonna prosecute him to the fullest of the law. You're not gonna have sympathy if somebody pull out a weapon on you and your husband. So let's not act like, oh, he was hungry. I feel so bad. What did she say? Let me repeat what she said. I want to read. Give me a second, because that chick, she really be trying to say something, because she really want to be the next Michelle Obama. She be trying to get into political stuff, and this chick don't know what she's talking about. This chick really, let me go to Hollywood a lot. What did she say? Hold on, you guys. Let me scroll down. Do I have that story here? Okay. Do I have Cardi B? What did Cardi B say? Okay. Cardi B said, I don't approve that he robbed the conductor at gunpoint, but it makes me sad as well. He robbed her because he was hungry. Because going to his college class, being hungry is not being able to eat before them long college classes. It's a horrible feeling. He wasn't hungry, Cardi. You would not have that sympathy if your weapon was in your face. That man wasn't hungry. That man robbed him for some cash because he probably on crack, on some type of drug, on some type of powder or pills or whatever the case, or it could be gang related. Just because he in college, what kind of college students? Is he getting A's and B's or D's and F's? Okay. I get a little triggered when Cardi say something, but I do have a legal note. He could have been a crackhead, and I'm glad his mother turned him in. And most mothers in Chicago, if they follow this mother lead, the crime rate will go down in the city of Chicago, because most of these mothers see these young men committing crime. And I'm all about black people. I'm all about my people. I'm all about uplifting my people. I'm all about Black Lives Matter. I'm all about it. But we must first believe in Black Lives Matter in our own communities. These black mothers need to turn in these criminal behavior, these criminals in their house, eating up their food and committing crimes. If most mother pay attention to the news, y'all know Pookie and Ray Ray is robbing folks in the community. Why don't you turn them in? That's how the crime will go down. They see this stuff that's going on. You know Ray Ray and Pookie them ain't got no job. How they having all this drip with no job? And you a parent, you should be able to go to every single room in your house where you paying rent. I don't care. Every room in your house, you should be able to go in, look at your kids' stuff. It's no such thing as privacy for children and teenagers. What? You need to see what's going on under your roof. And if they got stolen property, turn their butt in. I'm just saying. I know I'm preaching right now. They ain't gonna like this. Like, go in this room, the crime will go down. If the mothers and these fathers do not turn it, and then they talk about the mama scared. We scared too, turn them in. And I'm just saying, they better not let me be the mayor of Chicago. They better not let me be the mayor. I may just raise some money. I may let me catch my breath because I'm getting passionate when I talk about the city of Chicago. I get really passionate when I talk about the city. But they better not let me get on the ballot to run for Chicago, the mayor of Chicago. They better not let me get on the ballot. Because, baby, they ain't going to like me. They just ain't going to like me being mayor. Oh, man. All right. Let me stop. Let me calm down because I'm getting heated. Because I'm getting kind of flashy when I was robbed. I was actually robbed twice in the city of Chicago. So the city of Chicago is very run down. And on the south and west side, poverty, poor, black on black crime. I was not robbed by no white folks. These were black young men that robbed me. It wasn't white people. It wasn't the Ku Klux Klan. It wasn't the White Citizen Council. It was black young men. So we do have to address black on black crime. We have to address it because it's real. It exists. That young man, what's his name? That decided to get a gun and rob that train conductor, a taxpayer. He deserved to get some serious time. Zion Brown, 18 years old, give him 18 years. It's time to crack down on the crime, on these criminals. And if they happen to be black, so be it. All right, I'm just saying, they better let me get on the ballot. Because if the cameras come in my face, and they're gonna ask me how I would bring down the crime, almost definitely, I'm really gonna talk about it. Me as the mayor of Chicago, I'm gonna work with the governor of Illinois and bring in the National Guard. We're gonna have to shut it down because a lot of this crime happened at night. So we need the National Guard patrolling the streets. And until the crime go down, the National Guard will stay on guard. All this carjacking. Oh, I ain't gonna say that part because I get canceled if I say that part. I'm not gonna say the part about the carjacking. I'm not gonna get into that part of what I think should happen with people that carjack people. Me personally, I would implement a city ordinance to bring the stand your ground law. You come in my car and try to carjack me. If I'm strapped, I should be able to. Okay. Wait a minute. If I would give a city ordinance. I will work with the state legislators and say, let's get a stand your ground law. If you carjack me and come in my property, I should be able to take you out. Almost definitely we'll be implementing a state of emergency. It's an emergency. Come in my ride. Whew. I'm sorry, I'm passionate. I didn't think I was gonna be lit. This how really that young man really triggered me when I saw that. And then Cardi B kind of triggered me too. All right. All right. All right, let's move on. I do want to say that I love my people. I think that I love my people, but we must be honest with our community and we must call out the crime that is going on in our communities. We must call it out. And it's ridiculous in the city of Chicago. I can't speak for any other cities. I was raised in that city, and many good taxpayers have left the city of Chicago because of the crime, because it was just unbelievable. It's just really sad, and they're gonna need a tough law and order mayor. They're gonna need a tough law and order governor, because if you have both those, and as well as great state's attorney and as well as great attorney generals to run that state and county and all of that, it can definitely change. But they must work as a team, in my humble opinion. All right, so let me go ahead on to the other topics. Okay. Where else are we going? Okay. Here we go. Well, let's talk about them. I already brought them up. So Candance Owens, y'all see Candance right there. Y'all see Cardi B. So Candance Owens dragged Cardi. And Candance Owens was like, I don't think Cardi B know anything about politics, about the Senate, the Congress. I don't think she know anything about politics. And so Cardi B was like, she been coming for me all this time. And Candance Owens was like, you shouldn't talk. This is Nicki Minaj week. So Candance Owens is a troll, and I love her. She tagged Cardi B name because she posted in her page that Nicki Minaj outsold many people with her latest single. So Candance Owens tagged Cardi B. So she was just targeting Cardi, was like, don't say that. And then like Cardi later was like, I'm in the studio, I'm going to the studio. Like Candance Owens get under Cardi B's skin, but you can't say a lot of these celebrities that want to get into politics, but then get mad when they get a little competition, or when they get a little, when they start to have these dialogues, these intellectual dialogues, they get kind of, and Cardi B is one of those types. She thought that she was going to be able to dominate politics, and she can't even handle Candance Owens. And Candance Owens was going to sue Cardi because Cardi said your husband is gay. See, that's the thing they go. When you cannot fight Candance on the intellectual side, you automatically attack her husband, saying her husband gay. Now, this the same chick that got on the stand and cried like a baby. Oh, I understand. Tasha Kayne was coming at me and I couldn't even sleep with my husband. I can't even sleep at night. I couldn't even eat. I couldn't even eat the burritos and tacos. I can't eat. I just can't eat. I can't eat. Oh man, I couldn't even make love to my husband. Cardi, Tasha Kayne did all that. She cried because she said she was being so defamed. And then she defamed Candance Owens' husband to her millions of followers, said that Candance Owens' husband is gay. But this woman got on the stand and was boo-hooing and crying. I'm like, what's going on here, Cardi? When you rally behind talking about you don't want people bullying you, you are innocent and you are rally, like, come on. You can't have it both ways. I don't think Candance Owens should sue her. I really believe that Candance Owens should sue her, honestly. And I'm a fan. Certain things I agree with Candance Owens on. I agree with her, like Black families, about we should stop promoting people in our community that commit crime and turn them into instant celebrities. I agree with that. So a lot of things I agree with Candance. And if you listen to her, some of her stuff is spot on. If you listen to her, some people are not going to listen to her because they listen to the Democrats. They automatically just cancel Candance Owens out. And a lot of times people don't want to listen to her because she's married to a white man. But Harry, Harry Belafonte, hope I'm saying his name right. He's married to a white woman. I think, let's be clear, who else married to a white woman? Frederick Douglass was married to a white woman. So let's not act, and they've done great things for the black community. So it's a lot of black people that marry white folks, that have married white folks, and that have done great things to our community. So just because you marry a white person does not mean you don't understand the struggle of the black community, or you don't understand uplifting the black community. So let's go on there with that stuff. We can go down we go in history and really dive into all that stuff. But I really want to say that. And Candance Owens, she makes some good points, and you never know who. And a lot of black men, to be honest, is intimidated by Candance Owens, because a lot of brothers I know won't even try to approach a Candace, because number one, she's very intelligent. Number one, she have her own opinion. Number one, she have her own brand. Her brand is herself. And a lot of black men, some black men feel like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm the head. You the woman. You shouldn't be over talking. You should be doing it. She be in the kitchen frying some chicken. And so she probably met a good white brother that did it. What was that? Tamron Hall. Did I say her name right? Tamron Hall. She got a white husband. Yes, she do. She got a white husband. He white. Last time I checked. All right. So y'all heard that. And so I said, I gotta talk about this. And this stuff, it just a question was brought up. Cardi B is an easy target, because I've said this numerous of times. Eve got a white husband. Cardi problem is that she do not know how to turn it off by responding. She have to always clap back, and she forget that you are a celebrity. You shouldn't be doing all this clap backing, but she always got to clap back and got to argue. You would not think that she's a multi-millionaire with millions of albums sold, and she's clapping back. She's doing all this clapping back, but no album out. Where is the second album? You're doing all this rah-rah, but where is the second album? Okay, so let's move on. I'm gonna still listen to music though. Okay, here we go. Godfrey and T.I. This is kind of funny, because I kept hearing people were saying that T.I. is trying to be a comedian. I was on different YouTube channels. I was different comedian channels. I was just researching. Some comedians were dragging him. I'm gonna be clear with you. T.I., he actually responded to Godfrey. Give me a second. I'm gonna let me see if I can play it so y'all can hear, because I played it. Hold on one second, you guys. I want to play it so y'all can see it. Give me a second. Do I have it on here? Where is it at? Because I just played it. Was it on? I want to play what he said in his own words. Where is it at? I know it was on. I thought the Neighborhood Talk posted it. The Neighborhood Talk posted it, or did the Shade Room posted it? Let me see. Because I saw it earlier. Usually I kind of save it on my page, but I didn't do that today. So give me a second. I want to play it. Is this it? Nope. Give me a second. I want to play it so y'all can hear it. Let me see. Did I save it? Because I want y'all to hear what T.I. had to say. Give me a sec. I want to hear what T.I. had to say. Nope, I didn't save it. So anyway, if anybody's seen a clip of T.I. responding to Godfrey, send it to my DM so I can play it. Anyway, what Godfrey was saying that, T.I. trying to get into comedy. He did a show in Atlanta. T.I. He's the headliner, Godfrey's the headliner, and then T.I. took the mic. And so I heard T.I.'s, little spiel trying to stand up, and it was boring. If T.I. was a broke man, if T.I. was me, if that was me on stage, they would have dragged me for filth. First of all, I would not get the privilege of going after a headliner to say I'm a comedian. It's no way in the world I would be able to get on stage. Hey, what's up? My name Wiley. And so I went down the street and I talked to this lady, and I told the lady, I said, "You're beautiful." And she said, "Who are you looking at? Because your eye is crossed." If I would have got on that stage and was just dry, I would have get dragged. The only reason why T.I. is getting this publicity is because he is a rap superstar. That's it. He's not a comedian. I don't know who told this man. I don't know if it was Tiny. I don't know if it was children. I don't know, or his side chicks, or the women he got locked up in the basement. They say, "Come on, bruh, go do some comedy." That's not your gift. You really have to live and breathe that and work your craft. Now, if you were serious doing open mic night, doing that stuff, doing open mic night, then I can understand that you're doing comedy. You're doing open mic night. But you just want to just come on the stage. Kevin Hart headlining, then you want to get your happy self on stage. And you want to give your little 5-minute, 10-minute set. That don't work like that. That don't work like that. Because you're not funny. Now, you bring that wife up and show her face with all that plastic surgery, that's funny. That's funny. Seeing your wife before and after pictures, that's funny. Having them women locked in basements. Okay. Let me not go that far. I don't know if they got women. We do not know if they got women locked up in the basement. Okay. We don't know. Okay, hold on. Let me get my legal note. We don't know if they got women locked up in the basement. We don't know if they following Shekinah. We definitely do not know. So everything that I'm saying is alleged. Okay. I definitely want to say that because we don't know if they got people locked up in that basement. I want to repeat. I don't know. It was just a joke. I'm trying to be a stand-up comedian. I said a little joke. So I don't know if anybody in that basement was locked up and begging for some to be free. So I don't know. I definitely want to put that legal note out there. Okay. All right. So we don't know. Okay. I had to definitely read that. We don't know if people in that basement locked up. But I do know when Tiny Daughter was on Instagram Live, the person went on a live talking about freedom people out that basement. Okay. So hey, this TI video, let me see. Is this it?
What go down? Top of the top of the week, that is. Happy Monday to everybody. Hope everybody feeling productive, positive. Man, I got something that I just want to kind of share. I just want to share this simply because, I feel as a community, our conversations is what's going to push us through. So, as you may or may not have heard, for the past, let's call it 5 weeks now, I have been trying my hand at comedy. And well, for 5 weeks now, I just been seeing, just isolated moments of salt dropping. You dig? And I want to say this, and I'm going to be very careful with my wording because I don't want this to sound adversarial in any way. Because I ain't really got no problem or no issue with you. None of you people who dropping salt on my name, because salt kills snails, not players. All right. But what I like, I want to be very careful because I'm really trying to starve my ego as much as possible. That's what my next album is about. Kill the king. Killing the king is killing the ego. You know what I'm saying? But when I hear this, what I want y'all to know is, for one, bro, what God got for you is yours. Can't nobody take that from you. Okay? It's important that y'all know that, because y'all feel like all of a sudden, because I'm now standing on the stage, sharing my gifts with the world, you know what I'm saying, utilizing the tools and the skills that I've developed or that I am developing, you feel like that's in your way some kind of way. And that's more your problem than I could ever be. The fact that you think that somebody else doing something that you doing is going to stop you from doing what you need to do to get where you need to be, nigga, that's your problem right there. Like, okay, so I have a lot of respect and admiration for a legend and a GOAT in the comedy shit. His name is Godfrey. All right? His name is Godfrey. And I had the pleasure of sharing the stage with him. I had the pleasure of sharing the stage with him at the Atlanta Comedy Theater, and had a good time, you know what I'm saying? Got up there and worked on my set, you know what I mean? I enjoyed the crowd, enjoyed the opportunity. And well, I thought all was well. I thought it went very good. And then I see an interview with Godfrey. And how I see Godfrey is a legend. He's a GOAT. I'm talking about, I mean, he undeniable. All right? Undeniable. And I see him as a giant in their comedy shit. And what I saw in his interview was, I saw a legend trying not to hate while hating. You know what I mean? Like innuendos, little tidbits of hate here and there while coupling it or surrounding it with some compliments to make it seem like you ain't hating for real. But to be honest with you, bro, to me that made a giant look small in my eyes. Simply because what you said was, I came and I went on after you, and you wasn't gonna come out there and watch me because it would have made you look small. How in the fuck can I make you, a giant in this shit, look small? What the fuck? Why would you even be thinking like that? Okay, now we share a pleasant exchange that I appreciate and still value the moment to this day. And you also mentioned, how I got on the stage. And if you would have asked me how I got on the stage and what brought me to the theater, I would have told you. I just happened to have been in a real estate development meeting with 3 people who were each worth responsible for over $1 billion in real estate internationally. Now, in this meeting, we were casually discussing the things that we've been doing in the past few weeks. And it just happened to come up that I had been doing stand-up. And one of the people in the meeting that I was meeting with, that we are working on, doing some real estate shit together, he said, oh, well, you know what? I own the plaza that the comedy theater is in. Why don't we just go up there, man, and you do your thing, man? I want to see what you got going on, because we're working on a real estate development play that will include a comedy club. Okay, so he say, I guess he wanted to just see that I was serious about the shit. So he said, man, why don't you come on up to my spot?
See, there's no average comedian, unknown comedian have that type of access. Only type of access you get that is because he utilized his skills as a rapper to talk to the owner of the theater to get on that stage after Godfrey. Because no average, I don't have access with owners when I'm doing deals with and say, hey, bruh, put me on after the headliner so I can get on stage and do some comedy. No, I don't have that. But I know I would get laughed at. They would call the security. So how T.I. and what I think I need him to understand is he's trying to, I wouldn't say bully his way in, but he's trying to use his celebrity status as a rapper to automatically make him a staple in stand-up comedy. If you really was trying to make it into stand-up comedy, well, do the route like many of the other comedians doing. Do open mic night. You know what I'm saying? Or sell your own tickets, get your own theaters, get your wife Tiny, let your wife and Escape open up for you, and you go ahead on and you do your show. If you big, bad, and bold, if you this talented as a comedian, go ahead and do your set. Get your wife to get the Escape going up on there. Let them do that. Every man loves a woman. And you going up there and you get on there and you do your stand-up. It's a work. Because I'm thinking about getting into stand-up comedy, but I just can't come out there and want to be a headliner. I'm an unknown person. So I got to do what everybody else do. Put my name down, sound my name up. They say, hey, I'm going to do this open mic. When it's open mic night, got to do a couple open mics. You know what I'm saying? Get booed at or laughed at or whatever. Getting the chops, making connections, and actually growing and growing and growing. You know what I'm saying? I just can't come in the door. Oh, yeah, my name T.I. I'm around. You know, I'm going to go live after you go live. No, bruh. That's not the proper way to do things. Like, who goes like, that's just like me trying to go and perform after Beyonce get through performing her show, then I'm gonna go live. So I'm gonna listen a little bit more what this bull-ish that T.I. talking about, and then we're gonna come back with some more commentary.
You know, the person who rents from me out of my plaza happens to operate a comedy club, and it's open now. So let's come on up there. Let's go on up there and do it. And that's what we did. That's how I got on the stage, bro. It wasn't because I wanted to come to Godfrey show and go on stage after he came off, my man. It was because I was handling my business, and my business brought me to your show because the person I was handling business with happens to own the building that the comedy theater rents from, that you were paid, whatever you were paid to perform at, okay? So, bro, like, my man, but all you had to do is ask me. All you had to do is say, hey, bro, how you get, like, what brought you here, man? What made you, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to drop salt, man, and dry hate, man. You ain't got to do that, bro. You ain't got to do that. My man, what I do see, or what I did ascertain, is that you were fully aware of my ability to add value and contribute more shine, more opportunity, more whatever to the comedy game. And that's true. I can, and I hope to. That's my intention. That's to all ships rise with the high tide. You hear me? So if a motherfucker come, or a motherfucker paying more attention to comedy because Tip is on stage, whether it's because they want to see him fail, or they want to see what he got to say, whatever it is, bro, that shit should help you and everybody else in this shit. You know what I mean? Because the one thing I see is it ain't enough money to go around right now. But get what? I don't want the money. It ain't enough for me to even bother myself with. I'm in it for the love of the shit. You understand? I'm doing it because I love to do it, bro. Doing it because I got a passion to do it. I ain't made a fucking dime. Ain't looking for it. Don't need it. Would like it, but that's later. Now, what you are failing to do is recognize someone who could be an ally, someone who could be an asset, someone who could add value, and you misrepresenting that as opposition. Bro, I'm not your opponent. You talking about, you know what I'm saying, you've been doing this and how long you've been doing it, and for somebody to come on after you were headlining. Hey, bro, you know how many motherfucking comedians it is out there rapping right now? You know how many comedians it is out there doing rap? Nigga, I've been rapping since I was 8 years old, bro. It took me 16, probably 20 years to goddamn get where I wanted to be. You dig what I'm saying? Now, if a motherfucker was to bring a comedian to an arena, the owner of the arena would to bring a comedian to that arena after I had done got through ripping my motherfucking my set and I done got paid and I'm leaving or exiting the stage and they say, hey, let my man go on there and do his thing. What I'm gonna say, shit, if he got the nuts to get out there, I just smoke that motherfucker, let him go on and do it. And another thing you said in your little interview is you said that he's not a comedian. And had you taken the time to come to the stage, which you said that you would not do and you should not do, but I disagree, you would have heard in my set, I say, I'm not a comedian. I'm a superstar. There's a difference. There's a difference. You would have heard that, bro. Like, I'm really just, man, because to be honest with you, I'm still Tip. I'm still the same Tip. The same motherfucker.
You heard that part. He said, I'm not a comedian, I'm a superstar. But then he's trying to defend himself doing stand-up. Make it make sense. Either you're trying to do stand-up or you're a superstar. Which one is it? I think, you know, you use your superstar status. You got mad. And even when you go back to, how long is this? Okay, I'm going to play this last part of this. And then I'm going to talk about what Godfrey said. Give me a second. Let me press play.
Who they said couldn't be the king of the South. And back in 2000, 2001, that shit made it personal for me. And that's why I'm the king of the South today. Because I took it that serious. Because they said I couldn't do it. And that's what y'all nigga bringing out of me. You hear me? And I'm in this motherfucker for peace. I came in this motherfucker for peace and tranquility. You understand? But what y'all doing here, you poking the bell. You poking the bell. I'm still Tip, bro. This shit still go up. But with a lot more discernment. You know what I mean? With a lot more discernment, a lot more thought, a lot more intention now, okay? So look, man, let's everybody, man, coexist together. Everybody help each other. If it's a way I can help you, man, just shit, man, tap me on the shoulder and talk to me about it, bro. Don't drop salt and hate, man. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Because that's going to make me look at you different. And once I get to looking at you different, I ain't going to be able to look at you the same ever again. I got a lot of respect for you, a lot of you. So, man, don't let me catch you out there hating because you think somebody threatening your position who ain't even coming for your position. Don't make me get to applying pressure to the position that you applying for. Okay? So let's everybody live together, coexist, and just goddamn, man, and try to help each other as much as possible, man, because the other shit, that shit lame as hell, bro. And we too old to be lame. We too old for that. All right? Love and respect. Everybody be cool, man.
Okay, so that was that part. So I watched Godfrey. Godfrey, I hope I'm saying his name right. You guys correct me if I'm not saying the man's name right. But Godfrey, the comedian, this man right here, all right, when he didn't have no hair. I watched his podcast, and he was like, all respect if you want to do that, if that's something he want to do. But then what got, I think, T.I. in his feelings towards the end with them doing commentary about T.I. doing comedy, they played a snippet of T.I.'s set, and it sucked. And one of the women on the panel that was in the room in the podcast, she was like, if this was any other comedian, he would have got dragged. But because he's T.I., but they all laughed. They played it, and they all just laughed at it because it sucked. It sucked. So when you see it just and I think that would get T.I. in his feelings about this whole ordeal. All right. So there's nothing wrong with you trying to do stand-up. I think it's the other way. Don't be trying to bite off somebody else's success. You start from the bottom like everybody else, or use your power like the owner of that theater and say, hey, I'm gonna go on a 12-city comedy tour. Let's do it with how Nene Leakes did it. Nene Leakes tried her hand in comedy, and she just went on tour. And her son, shout out to her son, the one with the doo-doo draws, he had got robbed in Chicago because he went outside. He didn't know the city, and he thought he was all about that life. The one with the doo-doo draws, and he had got robbed in Chicago but she started to do a comedy tour. She didn't get on the set and go after Monique. No way. Monique is the headliner. Or she didn't try to go after Lunel and say, I'm gonna get on the stage. I'm Nene Leakes. I'm gonna do my set. I want to be a comedian. No, she used her name and she definitely started to get her set. And she started to sell tickets. The same way with Wendy Williams. When Wendy Williams wanted to do stand-up comedy, I believe Wendy Williams started doing stand-up. She went on tour and people subscribed to, and they paid tickets. I believe Wendy Williams went on stage. When it was like Wendy Williams and Nene Leakes, I believe that. Y'all remember that. And that's the way that it happened. They didn't say, well, okay, Monique is live, so I'm going to go to her comedy club because I know the owner, and I'm going to get the mic, and I'm going to go live after Monique go live. No, bro, I'm the headliner. What? How you going to go live? This is like me going live after Bernie Mac. Okay, Bernie Mac is live. He do his set. And, if he was still alive, because that's one of my favorite comedians, Bernie Mac is one of my favorite. And I get on and say, well, Bernie, give me the mic. My name Wiley, blah, blah, blah. I want to come up there and spill a little something. He's going to drag me. Especially if I do not do a good job. Even if I do a good job, he's still going to drag me because he feel like you trying to, like, bro, like, no, bro. It's literally protocol that you have to go through. But if y'all want to see his set, y'all have to go to Godfrey Podcast. I don't have the timestamp of Godfrey Podcast, but it's literally in his podcast that he did. Okay, give me a second. Somebody gave me the link. So what I'm gonna drop the link in here for y'all to see it. It's about 16 minutes. So on y'all time, I'll drop the link and I'll allow y'all to go. Y'all go see it on y'all. Get some homework. And y'all can go ahead and see his comedy set because we do have to move on to other subjects. So I'm going to drop the link up in here. And y'all can go on and see. I believe it was about 16 minutes. Okay. And I'm just, hold on, wait a minute. Let me make sure I drop it. Hold on. Let me make sure I drop the right link in here. Okay. And it will boo me. So most definitely, you just can't come in and think you're going to just dominate comedy. No. All right. So let's go. Okay, that was it. Okay, let's go to other topics. I didn't know we was really gonna dive into this subject, but we dived into it, and I like both. I like T.I. music. What about that? What do you know about that? I love that, and I'm starting to become a fan of Godfrey because I'm a fan of his I'm subscribed to the podcast. I listen to the podcast. I love his Black History Facts. I just watched his the Panic Room. He did a segment on the Panic Room interview. It's amazing. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan, and I will be whenever he come to my city in Dallas. I will be going to one of his shows. Hopefully T.I. don't show up with his goons because he did try to throw out a couple of subliminal shots. So we gonna move on. Okay. Here we go. Sherri Shepherd and Kanye West. Now, Sherri Shepherd, today I sat and watched the segment that she did on Kanye West. Now, mind you, if anybody know that Kanye West is selling his Donda 2 album, let me get this straight, for $200. It's called, give me a second, on Stem Player. So you get this Stem Player, and it's going to play his music. Donda 2. He will not be streaming Donda 2 on Apple, Spotify, or any other on YouTube. You have to exclusively get it on the stream player, and it's $200. Okay, the Stem Player. Now, according to the streets, he already made $2.2 million. Okay, pause. Sherri Shepherd went live today. And she was like, I ain't paying no $200 for that. I ain't paying no $200 unless the Kardashians, I'm going to be able to spend the night at the Kardashians. He already having these mental issues, got these mental issues and stuff like that, and all that ran into mental issues. I'm like, wait a minute. Why you coming at Kanye like this, Sherry Shepherd? Calm down. Just because you got a check and you had to, calm on down with that. But out of all, I think it's very strategic for Kanye West, because number one, this will definitely change the way artists sell their music. If he's successful and he already sold 2.2 million, it is mainstream artists that do not get that from Apple Music. I call it sharecropping. This is a 21st century sharecropping. When you're talking about streaming, you have to have so many streams to get one sale. And then when you calculate the dollars, by the time it gets to the artist, you barely get nothing. You have to sell billions on top of billions to get a nice check. But if you have your own stem player, your own musical site where you can say, hey, buy this for $20, $25, or what Kanye West doing, $200. And give me a second. Let me put on my calculator. Give me a second. I'll pull my calculator out like this. I ain't gonna act like I'm a genius in math. But let me just pull my calculator out. But let's just say for $200, 200 people buy it. That's $40,000 right there. Let's say, okay, 11,000 people, he sold 11,000 copies. Let's time that by 200. Give me a second. And that's 2.2 million. So that's genius. If he sold 11,000 copies and it's $200 a pop, that's 2.2 million. So that's genius for Kanye West. So that's genius. So as I look at this, maybe he's ranting and drawing up all this drama so people can go in his bio and go get that stem player to see, is he going to drag people in Donda 2? And best believe in Donda 2, he's going to be throwing shots at I'm about to call him Pete Buttigieg. Pete Davidson. Did I get his man name right? Kanye, Kim Kardashian. He's going to be throwing shots because that's going to drive people to get that stem player. Okay? All right? So people, that could definitely change. I was listening to a new social media site. I call it Fanbase. Make sure y'all go and follow me on Fanbase. But they did a live stream on Fanbase today, and it was talking about being a disruptor in the industry. This is literally a disruptor in the music industry, because if he's successful, he will literally change the game and people will definitely follow in his footsteps. Then you'll see Beyonce have her Beehive device. Purchase my new album on my Beehive device. Directly from that, you will start seeing Lil Baby go to my baby, get my baby device, and exclusively music just on this device only with this music. So it's a device that you have the music on. So you will see celebrities that will follow in that footsteps of Kanye West. If he's successful, and we do believe he's successful, $2.2 million is a success, because there's some artists that ain't getting those type of checks from streaming. And you get 100% of the proceeds, you literally cut out the middleman. You cut out the sharecropping platform. All right? So I was trying to get on Fanbase to speak on the panel, but they ain't let me on. And I was like, one person that's disrupting the system right now is Kanye West with that device, with that stem player device. And Sherry Shepherd, she was hating so hard. This black woman was hating so hard on this black man. She didn't even have the sense to do her research on why he's taking this stance. She was so busy talking about this man's mental illness, which she's not a psychiatrist. She was dragging, talking about she ain't paying the $200, which she got the money to pay it. But she was saying this to millions of people, dogging a black man when he's trying to be independent and make money for his family. So if she would have took a phone call, most definitely I would have called in. If she was on StreamYard, most definitely I would have dropped in them comments and got on and hopped on her live. If she was on Instagram, I would have to school her on that because Sherri Shepherd was just wrong. She was so loud. I ain't doing that. Only thing I know, only still I know is still playing. Don't it look like a fire alarm? Don't it look like a smoke detector? I ain't paying up $200. I mean, she dragged him for filth. Dragged this black woman dragged Kanye this innovative idea because she don't understand it. She don't have the sense to know that he's making a shift in the music industry. Okay? So she's trying to be like Wendy Williams. She's trying to get that spot, but I really want to say something, but she ain't have no phone lines. Okay? So I'm going to purchase the stem player. Yes, I'm going to purchase the stem player because I paid last month within Grubhub, and what all I got on here? Favoring Grubhub, I calculated expense for the last 30 days was like $200 eating out. I gotta, slow down on that. But if I can spend $200 eating out, I can spend $200 for the stem player. Now act like you ain't got it. All right. And if you ain't got it, you just ain't got it. I understand. Just come on the Wiley Show. We'll just we'll give y'all exclusive. So put a couple of moderators put the cash out so we can get the stem player. Okay, we get the stem player and we could do a review. We could play it on Station Head. Okay, we can get this. We can get. Hold on, we don't talk too loud. People won't hear us. We'll play it on Station Head for the people on Station Head. We'll plug it up on Station Head. So y'all going to give about $3 to the cash out. So we can play it exclusively for all the people that got it for free on Station Head. We can play it all night and all night long. The stem player, we could play it. We are playing that. We'll play that stem out of. We'll be playing it, baby, all night long. Okay, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? Sherri Shepherd is stepping into the shoes of Wendy Williams. She got dragged by me personally because I'm the type of person. I'm sorry, we talked about that. That she needs to be messy. So I understand. She gotta be messy. So she tried it that day. Oh, baby, Wendy Williams was smiling in that wheelchair. That dementia, I bet you Wendy Williams was watching that and say, you got it, girl. If she keep that up, you got that sparkle, Sherri Shepherd. But I want to see if you're going to drag everybody else that you love like how you drag Kanye West. Because it's easy to drag somebody that got bipolar and everybody drag. Let's see if you can drag somebody else. Okay, she was listening to the Wiley Show yesterday, and she said, listen, Wiley said I got to be messy, so I'm going to drag Kanye. She dragged him. I saw it with my own twat. I clicked on the link on the Wendy Show. She dragged him. Yes, she did. She dragged the stem player, and she dragged his mental illness. Yes, she did. And she laughed. And the audience was laughing. Then she was shady. Let me ask the audience. Do anybody in the audience, did y'all purchase the stem player? Everybody in the audience said no. What's the guy in the staff? Can somebody post his name? He was being shady. Oh my God. What's the guy in the audience? Oh my God. Y'all know his name that worked for Wendy Williams. He got the headphones in the ear. He do all the talking. Norman was being shady. Allegedly, I don't think he made Allegedly, I don't think he made 2.2 million. He was throwing shade. I'm like, these people is throwing shade. But it's working because now people are going to be nosy and be like, Let me see what this stem player is gonna be about, baby. What's that stem player? Let me buy that stem player and listen to Donda too. Okay, because I like Donda. What? Oh man, somebody donated to the stem player fund. Okay, thank you so very much. Okay, we got 50. All right, somebody donate to the we need $150 more. Okay, we got 55. Hold on. All together $55. Okay, wait a minute. Y'all already downloaded to the stem player fund. We get that stem player today. Hold on. Okay, we need $145. All right, to the Cash App. We gonna get that stem player, baby. We gonna play it on station here. Oh, yes, we is. Oh, we gonna play that stem player. Baby, I'm gonna have that stem player playing. Okay? Oh, we gonna play it. We gonna give a review. Oh, we gonna give a good review once I bad. Let's be mad. They want me to do the review. Yes, go to the stem player fund. And I don't care if anybody try to drag me. The other YouTubers try to drag me. Somebody he asks his people to help him buy a stem player. Y'all, my people love me, okay? And if they want to give money to me, don't you try to hate. Because if any YouTuber try to hate on me, I definitely will be dragging them on our station head show unfiltered. I'm going to drag them unfiltered, okay? I'm definitely going to drag them unfiltered on station head. All right? Okay? And I'm gonna definitely invite Kanye West. We gonna listen to that stem player. All right, Because I'm interested. Now I'm interested. They got love. All right. Okay. Yes, everybody would be able to hear. Cause I'm a put it up to my phone, the stem player, let it blast. Like last night, we were playing because some people were complaining. Some people cheap. Some people cheap. So they don't have Apple. So on Station Head, what I did was I was playing some tracks on YouTube, and we were playing some songs because some of my people were saying I can't hear the song. So I played Kiki Shear last night. We had a little praise work. I played it on my YouTube so everybody would be able to hear. Y'all will be able to hear it on Station Head, okay? So we need $155 ushers, get the offering basket, and definitely go down for that way, okay? Okay, we got $25. Hold on. Let me deduct it down. Okay. We just got $25 for it. So now we need 120. There we go. We're definitely going to get this stem player. We definitely going to get this stem player. Okay, we had got $25. Now we need, okay. All right. When y'all keep going it, we can have this today. We can go ahead. If I get this stem player, we need 120. Y'all make that happen. All right. So Sherry Shepherd, and Sherry Shepherd is in a tight spot. This woman, she's in a tight spot because she's reading the comments. And I know she's eating burgers and French fries, and she's seeing people say about she ain't no Wendy Williams. I ain't watching that show. If Wendy ain't on it, I ain't watching it. So she's got to be messy. No people in the meetings is telling her, looking sus, like, you're going to take over the reins. Now, we was kind of cute with you playing it safe, but you got to do a little bit dragging. Because one thing the Wendy fans know, if you want this Sherry Shop, you want the Wendy Ones fans, they love the mess. They don't like people being proper and being nice. They want the mess. I'm just saying, they want the mess. People get on my platform, the more messy I am, the more they be watching. Okay? And then you get them people in there, Wiley, you so much better than this. Why you dragging people like this? Why don't you get into politics? You get them type of callers. When you get them type of callers, that's when I'm messy. But then when I get into politics and be proper, they know where to be found. But when it's the mess, oh, they here watching. Oh, what'd he say? What? So Sherry Shepherd, she was messy with Kanye. I seen it. Make sure y'all go see that segment. I'm not lying. I said, is this the same Sherry Shepherd? Come on. Okay. The same okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm about to say something. I'm about to say that. Okay, let's move on. All right. Now, who else are we gonna be talking about? Okay, we gotta go to. Okay, we got another topic in here. Whew, child. Woo, I'm hot. I drank some coffee and I'm hot. I am high right now, but I'm okay. I'm not high. I'm hot. So Cardi B and Tasha K. Let me tell y'all, before I was gonna go live, I was bombarded with phone calls. If this the camera, Okay. I was bombarded with phone calls. I was bombarded with texts. I was bombarded with emails. I was even bombarded with telegrams. Tasha K went on Kendra show on the streaming on All Black, and she responded about the lawsuit. And she said, "Well, I ain't." They asked her, "Do you?" Kendra asked her, "Do you have the money to pay back Cardi B? Do you have the $4 million?" And Tasha K said, "No, I don't have it. I got 2 kids. I don't have it." Everybody was like, "Why she went on Kendra?" So black folks. Why she went on Kendra's show? Wiley, she ain't going on your show. Why she went on Kendra's show and she went on all these other people's shows and she ain't come on your show. People. I'm telling you, I mean, people that I ain't talked to. Kendra G. Like, I ain't talked to these folks in so long. Like, people just call me. I ain't talked to in a long time. I'm like, yeah, Wiley, I don't understand. You defend her? Oh, yeah. She ain't come on your show. And I'm like, I was telling people, you don't know what I have in the pipeline. Okay? You don't know what conversations I'm having with Tasha K. I'm glad that you're interested in asking me these great questions, but be patient, my brother. Be patient, my sister. We are still in a working progress. You don't know what the conversations we are having. Don't know. And we did, and I got this. But very interesting that Tasha K said she didn't have the money. And if I was Tasha K, I would say the same thing. I ain't got it. But I was watching CNN, the clip on YouTube, because I don't have cable. I wait till the clips come on. And they were talking about Hillary Clinton and AOC, especially Hillary Clinton, was saying that Fox News is doing a lot of malice, is defamation. So they were saying, they was talking about, will Hillary Clinton sue Fox News? And one of the attorneys on there, he was talking about Sullivan versus the New York Times. He was like, it's so hard to prove malice because it's a high bar when you're a public figure to sue. Even though that the New York Times back in the 60s was ordered to pay Sullivan, the New York Times appealed it to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court sided with the New York Times to say, you're not in the wrong. You don't have to pay this money. So with this appeal with Tasha K, I kept saying I believe Tasha K would win, because if it was so easy for people to sue a public figure with malice, why they ain't suing Fox News? Why they ain't taking them for defamation, suing them for millions upon millions of dollars? Because it would be hard, because you would have to prove malice. And that's hard to prove. So a prediction, I'm going for a prediction here. You can write it down. You can screen record this part of the show. I predict that Tasha K would win in the appeal process. I'm going to say it again. I predict that she would win in the appeal process. I predict. We're going to see how it's going to be in the appeal process. I believe Tasha K will win. I believe that's her end game, is to win in that strategy. Okay? That's my prediction. Judge Joe Brown have said it, and also Mr. Wiley have said it. All right. So to speak on the interviews and stuff like that, if Tasha Kayne never come on my show, I'm still going to be able to give my own opinion about Tasha Kayne because I love covering her. If she never give me an interview again, I would always give my opinion about her because she is good for business. I can pick up the phone and call her and talk to her. If she never come on my show, I'm always going to cover Unwind with Tasha Kayne as long as she's relevant in these streets. All right? So I'm not going to let people put my head up and let me drag Tasha because she ain't come on my show because she was on an all-black network and she ain't come on the Wiley Show. But give her time. Everything happened for a reason. And I learned from T.S. Madison. I learned something from T.S. Madison. But Wiley, what did you learn from T.S. Madison? I really, really learned something from T.S. Madison because she dropped in my spirit. Hey. When Monique went on T.S. Madison's show, the first time, they were having technical difficulties. And T.S. Madison and Kayne didn't work out, and Monique couldn't come back the next day. The one thing that I admired about T.S. Madison, that she did not drag Monique for not coming on her show. That's one thing I admire about T.S. Madison. She didn't drag Monique. That interview happened 3 years later, and look how it went viral. So, you don't know when I'm going to interview. It may happen tomorrow, 6 months from now, or next year. When we sit down and have a conversation with my sister, it's another prediction. It will be the best damn interview that Tasha Kayne will do. Because one thing about Wiley, I know how to ask them good questions. I'm going to say that to the people in the back. Everything happened in divine time. I'm going to let people that rarely call into my show, and you got to watch messy folks, that rarely, I was talking to people who were calling my phone, calling this phone, that do not call into the Wiley Show no more. I haven't heard them voices in forever. But they sure call in with some mess talking about why Tasha Kayne come on your show yet. I'm like, why you calling me with this? And you don't even call the 646-716-8447 number calling in, getting into the topics. But you sure want to, I'm not about to drag that woman. Why drag her? She is a grown woman. She go any and everywhere she want to go. All right? And it's going to happen. It's going to happen for us, and y'all going to watch it. Okay? All right. Let's go. Let's check the STEM player fund right quick. Let's check. Okay, we got $10 toward the STEM player fund. Okay, let me minus the $10. Okay, let me minus the $10. Okay, we need 110. Thank you. Okay, they give it to this STEM player. All right, keep giving. So yeah, it's gonna happen in divine timing. We love Tasha Kayne. I support her website. I love her. It's just something about her I like. I just like her. She's like a big sister to me. And yeah, I just like her, man. Like she's a sweet woman, very nice. And incredible, great content. I mean, she dragged Tommy Sotomayor so bad that Tommy Sotomayor went live on his page to try to drag Tasha, because the way Tasha Kayne dragged people is on the Wendy Williams level. Tasha Kayne is our new generation Wendy Williams. She have the talent, the production. She's doing an amazing thing. She's opening doors for amazing platform. It's just an amazing. She's just an amazing person. She's really nice. And I talked to somebody said, Wiley, she really like you. She watch your show. And, I get mutual people that say she really watch your show. Shout out to Jasmine. She said, yes, Wiley, for real, for real. She have your live plans. She watches you. And I said, I admire that. I love that. To hear that from other people. I remember when we was on the live, give me a second. I was summons on her live, on her app. And I was talking to Chelsea. Chelsea was talking. But before Chelsea tried to say what she had to say, I listened to Sister Jasmine. Jasmine said, Wiley, yes, Tasha K watches your show. Out of all the roo-rah that Chelsea was talking about, you come on, talk back to me. Chelsea, Jasmine, in a soft-spoken voice, said, Wiley, Tasha watches your show. That's amazing. That is amazing. We love Kendra G. She is a radio personality. She been doing this longer than me. She is talented, and it's a good business decision to do her first before you do the Wiley Show. I support that sister. Congratulations. That sister did an amazing job. But I know when I sit with my sister Tasha, there's no interview like the Wiley Show. There's no interview like the Wiley Show. Man, there's just no interview. We love Kendra G. I think she's an amazing talent. I love her dating show. I actually interviewed some people. One particular guy was on her dating show. We got another guy that's coming from her dating show on our show. We're working out the final details to get them on the show. So I love that. What she's doing for the culture is amazing. What she's doing for WGCI, and she worked for WGCI, my hometown radio station. I used to listen to Jam 2, 107.5 all the time. I used to Jam 2. So shout out to Kendra G. So she deserved that. So, and it's growth. It's growth. Because I'm not the same Wiley I was when I was in this business a couple of years ago. The way I handled things back then was reckless. I would drag people for Phil. If I feel like I was being not done right, I would drag them, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that now. I think before I speak, and I make strategic moves. That's what we do over here on the Wiley Show. All right, we got 600 people in here in this chat. And I definitely want to thank the 600 people in here. We got another $10 for the STEM Player Fund. Y'all give it to her. We need, so we down to $100. Because we down at 110, now we $100. We need $100 and we can get that STEM player. All right. But it's amazing. It's amazing. But is Tasha actively helping you? Like you have pretty much dedicated your whole channel to help her. She have been an amazing help. My dedication of talking to an icon like the queen of Tasha K have helped our channel. Our revenue has went up. Our subscribers has went up. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. I was talking to somebody, I'm not going to say his name because somebody from Facebook, they have a big Instagram page, really big. And they said, Wiley, I love what you're doing for Tasha. You're doing amazing work. What you're doing on your show, man. And thank you for having my back. And I was like, man, I got your back. And that's kind of good when you see people that you look up to and they say, man, thank you. I'm like, hey man, I feel the love. I feel the love. And it was amazing. And he was like, man, love how you have my back. You just be out there in the trenches defending Tasha, defending me. Thank you. And that's just been amazing. So we want to say special shout out to that person for hitting that up for that. All right. Tasha has helped, especially after the December T. Wiley numbers went up. Absolutely. So he's doing amazing. So you see that? Real people understand. Okay. All right. So it's just amazing. All right. That said much about you. You even acknowledge that because Armand denied the fact he got more views because of Tasha in the case. Yeah, Tasha can have helped a lot. Even her naysayers, she have helped, and she have helped our channel as well. And so people that, let's be clear. People covered Tasha K and got the most views, but their regular commentary, Cardi B, Nicki, does not get the viewership like Tasha K. I'm not gonna name too many names because they get mad at me when I name names. They get mad when I name names. But that reporter that went to do the lawsuit for Tasha K, that went out there report, he was getting all this praise. That man covered another case and got 6 viewers. When he was covering Tasha K, I mean hundreds of thousands of people just watch it. They watch it. When he covered a whole nother case, he got 6 viewers. And then I comment and got blocked. I say, it's funny how you got 6 viewers, but yet you were bragging about your coverage getting all of this hundreds of thousands of viewership, and only 6 people was watching his live. 6 people. I said, it's so funny because you really thought the viewers left. They was only there because you were covering Tasha K. Then you was covering, I think, the Arbery case, 6 viewers. I saw him with my own 2 eyes. He blocked me, and he blocked me because I said, wow, 6 viewers? Where everybody at? Ain't nobody reposting you about Ahmaud Arbery, about that case, about how Ahmaud Arbery was killed. He was jogging, he was killed, and this is a serious case. Where all the bloggers? They ain't repost that. They ain't share. They ain't give him no shout out. 6 viewers. I would have reposted him, but he had blocked me from his Twitter. So I'm saying, you just be happy with your 6 people. I'm not. Why I'm going to reshare it, and you're going to block me because I felt like your commentary towards Tasha was biased. It was very biased. I could have shared it and got them at least 100 more people could have went over. It was 6 people in that. I couldn't believe it. 6 people. It was just 6 people over there watching. I was like, oh my God, these people. Where are all the people at? This man, you couldn't. He thought he was a celebrity. He really thought he where would Cardi B at? Cardi B left him trying to say, hey. All right. So really sad. 6 viewers. And nothing wrong with it, but he made it seem like he was this international known TMZ reporter. And the only reason why he had TMZ connection is because they was covering Tasha K. Let's be clear about that. A lot of people got quadruple the views, quadruple the views because of Tasha K. And they have to be honest about that, because I don't care how you hate her, you have to respect that Tasha is the reason why you get the views that you're getting. All right. I have to say that. I have to, even though you have the mic and all of it, whatever, you have to do it because she did that. It was because of Tasha K. I've seen other, okay, I'm not gonna say no more names. I'm done with it. That I've seen other YouTube, they were getting a lot of views. They was getting hundreds of thousands. They were just getting all these views. And then they was watch other, and it just dropped down. I'm like, wow. I said, because you have to understand that it's because of Tasha that you were getting all of this clout. And I know other people, they don't get the 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 unless it's unwind with Tasha K. And be real about that. I don't care how you drag this woman, okay, how you say you hate this woman, but you when you talk about it, you quadruple your finances. You quadruple your bottom line. That's just the truth. All right. So I'm gonna open up the phone. I'm gonna open up the phone lines and allow you all to call in really quickly. If y'all want me to open up the phone lines, y'all can press 1 in the chat if y'all want me to open up these phone lines really quickly when it comes to that. And Tasha K is doing amazing, and I mean her success as an entity is definitely on point. And she's good, and we definitely will see how this appeal process go out. And I know she can't talk as much because when you file an appeal, you can't go into details like you want to go into details because it's up for appeal. You don't want to mess that process up. So once all that get down and settled, because the case is still ongoing, you know what I'm saying? It's still an ongoing case, especially with the questions that I do have for her. It's a very ongoing case for that. And I do see this going to the Supreme Court, and we're going to see how that's going to play out. And it'll be such an honor for her and her attorneys to play out their case, present their case in front of the first Black Supreme Court justice. That's history right there. If that were to happen, we're gonna definitely keep y'all updated on that, and we're gonna give y'all the details about that. Give me a second. We're gonna go down there. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna go live. Hold on. Open up the phone lines. 646-716-8447. Okay, hold on 1 second. I should have had it already booted up, but I want to make sure that we got it right here if anybody want to call it, because we talked about a lot today. All the kin folks, not just kin folks. Tasha is the queen. Yes. Oh man. Okay, hold on. We're down to $90 for the step player. Look at that.
Your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
Your show is scheduled to start in 25 seconds.
All right, 25 seconds. Thank you, Tasha K, for coming in. Shout out to Unwind with Tasha K. Show us some love. But you were the main one. Said you didn't need to be now back singing her praises.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
They is in the chat, baby. Moderators, it is open chat. Moderators, it's open. Let these people comment, because I'm here for. We definitely. This is one of my favorite part of the show. When we open up the phone lines, we allow the viewers to voice your opinion. So if this is your first time watching the show, you can dial the number. It is free. The number is 646-716-8447, and you can give your opinions about all of it. We talked about a lot. We talked about Godfrey, T.I. We talked about Cardi B, Tasha K. We talked about Cardi B, Candance Owens, and we talked about Sherry Shepherd and Kanye West. And we also talked about the story, the young man that is arrested in Chicago for robbing a train conductor in Chicago. We talked about it as well. All right. 5686, calling you on air.
Hi, Wiley, how are you? This is Keeping Up with Queen Tulsa. Number six. Okay. But first of all, I would just like to say I'm so happy with the content that you give. And I'm happy that Conscious TV is a great dude, and he's been working with me. And I want to thank Tasha King for everything that she does. So I'm just here to shout out the Black content creators. It's Black History Month. Hey, let's give everybody their flowers. Okay. I love you, and that's it. Bye.
Okay. Thank you so very much for that. All right. 9659, calling you on air.
Yes, I'm here. Hi, Wiley.
Yes.
I wanted to comment on Kanye's device. Now, I don't even like his music, but I mean, just think of all the other, I'd like to, upload my music to it, my favorite songs, and kind of break it apart. I mean, it's almost like having your own home studio.
Right. Absolutely.
I think that's absolutely genius of him to create. And yes, it's going to be a force. I mean, it's going to give Apple a run for its money.
Oh yes.
I mean, I haven't been that excited about a device since Apple would have those what were those things called, the little iPods.
Oh, the iPod.
Yes. I know for myself. I mean, it is expensive, but hey, I mean, I think that it's worth it. And think of how many other artists are going to be probably, having their music available, using his device.
Absolutely. Like people are they're gonna start like getting their own device. You're gonna see the Beehive device, a little bumblebee with with her device, sell her album. You're definitely gonna see that. Things are changing, and people now is monetizing off of their following. They're like, hey, we've been on this Apple plantation, we've been on this Spotify plantation, and we're not getting the residuals like we deserve. Like Prince, he did not want to put his music on Apple and Spotify and Tidal because he was not getting the proper, money. The returns was low. So this will show a lot of artists like, hey, let's go to audience. And if 12,000 people purchase something for $200, that's 2.2 million right there. So that's a good change for something that you have direct. When you cutting out the middleman, you got to worry about that. Being on that plantation and getting those scraps, you are literally monetizing that for your audience. This is really good for established artists like Kanye West, and you will see this. Other artists will follow his lead. All right, definitely. Okay, 2262, you live on air. 2262.
Hey, Wiley, what's going on, man?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm sorry. I thought I heard 2262. I thought for sure, man. I thought I heard it, but man, I want to talk about this whole Cardi B and Candance Owens, man. I'm sorry. Candance Owens gave us her. She basically kept it real. Like, this broad is a phony. She don't know nothing. She's slow as hell. She's like, but she's slow. Like, come on, fam. And like, everybody knows that Cardi B don't know too much about politics, fam. Anybody around with Cardi B saying anything about politics is just as dumb as she is. I don't care what nobody says. You know how many Democrats was sitting up there was so ashamed that oh my God, I don't even know the president's name. Hold on. They was so ashamed that he had her up there with him.
Oh, you talking about Bernie Sanders?
Like, why you go get hurt?
You talking about Bernie Sanders, right?
Yeah, no, Biden.
Oh, you talking about Joe Biden? Oh, when Joe Biden had a conversation with Cardi B. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how many?
Oh yeah.
You know how many Democrats? You know how many black people was looking like? Why couldn't he get an educated black person? Why did you get this dumb black sit up here and talk about us? What? That don't even make sense. like that goes to show. You know what I mean? That goes to show. Whenever they run with it, I'm tired. I'm just over it. I'm tired of Cardi. I'm glad Candance Owens gave it to her because she deserved that. She is dumb. Like, she's dumb. I'm just like, why would, like, and then look how she did. And now I want to talk about this Tasha K case, right? It's crazy how our own people went against our own people. Like, it's crazy for this girl that don't even care about her people. She uses her people.
Mm-hmm.
She uses us. You know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy how they was just happen for this girl like that. It blew me away. And then that man you was talking about how he only had 6 views. He only had 6 views. Don't nobody give a about him. He was covering that whole Tasha case. She blew up his channel, live, Instagram, whatever he do. You know, and once he started talking about it, everybody left. Don't nobody care about him. And the crazy part is, do y'all further realize that I kind of label Cardi B as a snitch now?
Right. Hold on. I want to make sure I can hear you right because I know you got me on speaker. I want to get your last one. You got me on speaker. But I
got you on Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. Because I want to hear you clearly. Maybe just check me out the Bluetooth so we can hear you clearly. So I don't want to make sure I get all your points off. But when it comes to Cardi B, I do believe that her heart was in the wrong place. She just did not have the skill set to talk about political stuff. And I agree. Joe Biden could have picked so many, educated Angela Rye, a sister that I think is highly educated that could have engaged in a conversation with Joe Biden. They pick somebody like Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? And I personally believe that she shouldn't do it. Now, I'm not saying she should involve herself into politics, but I do also feel like she should have the skill set to have those type of conversations, and she have the
Get
money.
Get a little more educated before you start speaking on something you don't really know about.
Absolutely. Just like Nikki got dragged when she started to speak about, you know what I'm saying, C19. She started saying her cousin got swollen colon or swollen balls, and she kind of like got dragged because sometimes, you know, you may be educated and highly successful as a rapper, but are you skilled enough to talk about these other avenues, especially when you talk about public policy and in the political world? So I agree with you on that.
But this is what I feel for that situation. I feel like Nikki was just basically speaking on something she knows for as her family member or her friend or whatever. It wasn't like she was trying to sit up there and say, this is, you know, don't get vaccinated, don't do this. That's a fact. Like, she wasn't trying to do all that. Where Cardi B do that all the time. She's always trying to make it like she just knows everything. Like, girl, you don't know everything. Girl, you don't know what's going on in politics. You can't even write a sentence right.
Well, that's what wait a minute. That's what Candance Owens said. She said that she have misspelled words. You know, Candance Owens can drag. She said she has so many typos. That's what Candance Owens said. And Cardi B does.
I don't even think she knows what country she's in.
She did say she didn't know. Oh my God, yeah, that's what Candance Owens said. She said,
I'm sorry, she dragged that girl. I'm sorry, she deserves it.
And Cardi B
deserves it. Cardi, you see her comeback was still dumb as hell.
Yeah, it is.
It was still stupid, and I believe Cardi B is illiterate.
Yeah,
Cardi B is illiterate.
Well, she was a stripper.
Don't know when to shut up. She don't know, right.
She was a stripper. She wasn't in college. She wasn't in college. She was a stripper and stuff like that. So, you know, and she just so happened to not sleep her way. I don't know if she slept her way to get into the business, but she just so happened to meet the right people to get into this business. And that's how she got into this business of rap. So, yeah. But we're gonna keep you updated with this whole Candance Owens stuff like that. But one of her attacks was she had to come out there.
Candance dragged her. Candance dragged her. And she deserved that. But this is what I wanted to tell you. I look at Cardi B as a snitch now. I'm sorry. Anytime you involve the law and you sitting up here and you saying, "Oh, we ain't about that. We about that life. We really be out here in these streets. All this, that, and the third." You were the first person to sit up there and go on that stand and cry like a baby.
Yes, Lan.
Lan crying like a baby, saying how you couldn't sleep, all this stuff. That ain't nothing good about that. That is, if you are a snitch. It's like at the end of the day, even if, you know, I feel like Tasha Kayne had a right to just, you know, speak what she's saying, what she wanted to say for real. But at the same time, you sitting up here and you supposed to be so hood, you supposed to be all about that life. You know, you don't run to the cops, none of that stuff, but you sitting up here, you suing Tasha Kayne, and it's crazy how people sitting up here capping for that. Like, she has a right, that's defamation of character. Okay, so what if it was somebody from the hood that was doing all that? Would you do that thing?
Come on. All right. Thank you so very.
I mean, come on. That was. I apologize, man. I'm sorry. I just look at her like, you know, you ain't real. You ain't really real like how you be talking. You know, you just talking too much. You just talk too much.
Right.
You never shut up.
All right.
Well, just talking. Well, all right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so very much. All right. We are, man, the phone lines are open. All right. 9582, you live on the air. Oh, Lord, you always do that. And she's very intelligent. That person that does that, she calls in regularly, and then she does that. So I don't know if she have like a, you know what I'm saying, a problem or anything like that. But that person that does that actually calls in regularly. We have conversations, you know. So I know that person's voice. Unfortunately, I don't know if she does it, if she really have a problem and she does it, or she does that to troll. But she actually do call in and she be talking, and then sometimes she'll call in and like, oh, she do actually call in and she be talking, and then she trolls. So I don't know if she got a problem. Then she, what I'm saying, she got to do the to get her words out. I don't know. Okay, so. Anonymous, you live on air.
I was actually shocked that she called in yesterday and she was really talking like that.
Yeah,
she a complete sentence.
She calls in.
Oh my God, is she going to troll at the end?
Yes.
But I mean, come on, let's call in and be professional here. But I do want to say Candance Owens needs to turn up the notch. I want to say 5% more on Cardi B. Give her a little more. Drive her crazy, because Cardi B been asking for a very long time, and it's time for Candance Owens to give it to her.
Absolutely.
No shade.
When Candance, give me a second, Candance on. Let me make sure I get her book and give her a promo on her book. Give me a second, because they had a beef, right? And so Cardi B fell into Candance Owens' trap. She started responding to Candance Owens. Soon as Candance Owens released her book, Blackout, her sales increased. A lot of people started buying her book because she started going back and forth with Cardi, and they would just argue. I'm like, Cardi, why are you arguing? This is good promo. And she just started posting the link to her book, Blackout, and people was actually buying the book. And that made me, no shade, purchase the book. Because I'm like, she's talking about this book and she dragging Cardi. Okay, let me pick up this homegirl book.
To see what she's saying in her book.
Right.
But I want to say, like, why, who, I didn't personally deem Cardi B for nothing of New York. So I want to know who deemed her for her to go on social media and just talk about topics like about the young gentleman with the gun robbery, with the
Oh no! This actually happened in the case that
in Chicago.
Yeah, that happened in Chicago, and she was like,
yeah, but I'm saying, why did she have to open her mouth and put something about it? Like, was I
because
he was hungry?
Today she got dragged by Candance Owens, so she's trying to change. Look at Cardi B trying to be like this activist, speak it up. She's trying to change the storyline to be focused on this. Because she just got dragged and tried to distract because Candance Owens kept tagging in Nicki Minaj. I'm not dumb. Nobody's dumb. When you follow these people on Instagram, you see it playing in real time. That's why I tell people to get Instagram, because you see this stuff and just follow all celebrities. You see this stuff when they get dragged. Then she was like, okay, let me comment about this story on the blogs. So I know they're gonna screenshot me commenting and post me on Holly. And that's exactly what they did because Candance Owens dragged her. All right, and then about a few minutes later, they post a story about the young man robbed the train conductor, and the mother turned him in, and that's when Cardi was like, "Oh my gosh, he was hungry," and believing that lie. Come on now, you know that young man wasn't hungry.
Exactly. I also want to say, believe it or not, people do watch the Wiley Show, even if they're in the bushes and they don't come out, drop out, because it's times that I'm in the bushes and I don't really drop down. But you called it yesterday, Sherry Shepherd. You told her that she needs to be messy. And what happened today?
Oh, she was messy.
She was messy on Kanye West.
And
that's what the people want.
The people want, if she do what she did for Kanye West and just start dragging it with comedy and being mad, oh yeah, she'll get me too. I would definitely give me a cable subscription to watch her on her show. But she definitely tried it because that was one of her critiques. And many other people, I was talking to Monica all about the sea, and they was just dragging Sherry Shepherd for a filth. They said, ain't no way. And then today, Sherry Shepherd was bringing a mess. Because she read the news like everybody else. You think she not reading the comments? She's reading the comments. And one thing about Sherry Shepherd, she know more about social media because she got a podcast. She know how to read comments more than Wendy. So Wendy is not good with social media. But Sherry Shepherd knows social media. She got her phone with her all the time. When she's eating, you know what I'm saying? She ain't got no man. So, you know, when she got the the little rose thing, reading the comments, let's just call it thing a thing. Go ahead,
But a
bro.
little thing for Kanye West before I get out of here. Kanye West should be ashamed of his stuff, in my humble opinion. I'm not paying $200 for no damn music. Bad enough your shoes alone cost more than that.
How much the shoes cost?
What are you
Because
doing?
wait,
Runs from $220 and up.
wait. She talked about the man boots. She said the ugly boots. Now, mind you, when we post
the same thing.
Kanye West and on my picture, I didn't talk about the man. I didn't really call the man. I don't think I called the boots ugly. But Sherry Shepherd said the boots is ugly. She talked about the man boots. I'm like, man, Sherry Shepherd was covered.
But I bet you if he sent her a pair of boots, she'll wear it.
Of course she's gonna wear it and walk out there with her, because she got the brand. I mean, baby, she pack it up there with that rack. She gonna be right up there rocking them boots. But she dragged them in boots.
But once again, I won't be paying $200 for that. That's nonsense. He's just, in my humble opinion, I think he's just robbing the people, his own people, the black people. Why would you $200, not even $100?
But you know what? I won't even say robbing his own people because what about what's the store? All these people go Chanel, but what was that store? Somebody got mad.
Balenciaga,
what was the man's name? He didn't get the service like that. He was at one of them stores. They treated him bad. He didn't get the VIP treatment. He wanted some sparkling water. He was at a store, a very high-end store, and he was complaining about the service. But how many times black people go to them Gucci stores and
you talking about Louis
and get
Louis with the black face.
Yeah, and get mad at the treatment of Jim Jones. He was so mad. Yeah, they supposed to give me some sparkling water, and I was looking for the manager. But y'all still go to them stores and spend all that money. So if a black man want to say $200, that's still cheap when you're trying to go to Gucci and buy you. Because I don't think you can get anything at Gucci for $200. I've never been to Gucci. I can't afford Gucci. So I just think
Probably
that
pair of socks.
About a pair of socks, okay? And people gonna buy some Gucci socks for $200. You know what I'm saying? So I listen. If he have it like that, it's some of his fans that will purchase. Right now, hold on 1 second. Where we at right now? I gotta talk to my usher board. We need $75, and we gonna get the stem player. And we gonna be ghetto, and we gonna play it on station head. Okay, we definitely gonna give a review.
I know that's right. And I also want to say shout out to Tasha K.
Thank you. Go ahead.
We support you. We're with you. The Wiley Show. Just know that the Wiley Show loves you.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I'm going back in the book.
All right. Thank you. So we down to $75, and we gonna get the stem player, and we gonna play it on station. We gonna give our review. We gonna get that stem player. Y'all contributing. All right. So I ain't complaining about it because I may be at a Kanye West level, and I may even, what I'm saying, sell me some Wiley thongs, $200, or get some Wiley socks for $500. You never know. I might be in that process with that. And then whoever can afford it, buy it. If you can't afford it, I understand. Donate to the crowdfunding fund for the stem player. All right. Okay. If you can't do it, I understand. All right. Next caller, Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey. Well, damn. Forgive my curse word. I forgot what I called for with all this ups and downs and this dude talking about boots and shoes. And let me try to think about what I called for, and then I'll call you back.
Oh, you forgot?
You're allowing these callers to derail the conversation.
No, what he's talking about? He was talking about the Kanye West thing. And he was talking about the price. He don't agree with the stem plan being $200. And we were saying, hey, we pay Gucci, we pay all of these other entities a lot of money and made these people rich. A lot of these, and I've never seen anybody say, oh, Gucci too expensive. I ain't buying no Gucci, but people still want to buy it.
No, I wouldn't buy Gucci. But let me say something, and I would never do anything to demonetize your platform. So I want to explain to someone who said Kanye's music isn't good. He's an intellectual genius. He's a musician, and he has such a way of thinking that I think when he's surrounded by people who are shallow thinkers, it can make you feel crazy. So I want to say something because she's like, how is he good? Let me just do he made a sample, and he put a 6/8 beat into a 4/4. So let's just say, okay, so here's a 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a 6. 1, wait, 1, 2. Wait, hold up. One, oh shit, hold up. 1, 2, 3. Stop it! Don't do that. Stop, Wiley. Stop.
Wait a minute, no, you stop. You're the one that's doing it one time. I'm not messing up your car. I'm just looking around. What?
No, you can't be looking around and holding your chest. I'm trying to make an example. Oh, someone said boo.
Okay, no. I'm listening. You just doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now do it again. What do you do again? Okay, I'm gonna look straight. Okay, I'm gonna look straight. Go ahead, sis.
I hate when people in the chat say someone's trolling because we're having
No. You
were
said
so much fun.
You said intellectual. You said 1, 2, 3, 4. I was listening to you. It's okay. Don't let the
I was trying to show him like. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not the best musical person, but Kanye is a genius, and like a lot of people just say that if you start digging and going to this rabbit hole and you start buying books that are kept out of libraries, you have to spend a lot of money to research, and then you know all this stuff, and then just think, okay, I want to share it with everyone. But when you share, I mean, I feel like he feels like he's crazy because he's surrounded by very shallow thinkers. But he did it to himself.
Okay. All right. So, would you pay the $200 for the stem player?
Hell no. Why? No.
Okay, you're not gonna. Is it because you can't afford it, or you just don't want to do it?
$200. I can get some wood planks to extend my porch on my back. In the backyard. Like, no, we have to start thinking wiser and think about investing in our property and. It's just, no, it's ridiculous. No.
Okay.
Not because I can't afford it, but people are going through hard times. There was one guy who was calling and he was laughing at his own jokes. He sounds like so much fun. I hope he calls back.
Okay. Do you have an iPhone?
Yeah. Oh, you want to know what kind of phone I have?
Yeah, what kind of cell phone?
With my big age, I have an Android. I have Cricket.
Oh, Android Cricket, but you do not have you don't have an iPhone.
Oh, yeah, I have Cricket.
Well, most people that have
an iPhone. What is an iPhone?
Well, most people that have an iPhone, if you would have said you had an iPhone, I'm like, oh, you're gonna pay iPhone. And some of these Androids are quite expensive too. Some of these Androids are quite expensive when it comes to that. But I understand you have that. But you keep on practicing. When you get that 1, 2, 3, 4 together, you call back in.
I love you.
All right, love you too. Bye. Oh man, this woman trying to come up here and start singing. 0788 calling you on air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hi.
First of all, you is too funny. When she was singing or whatever she was doing, she said stop, and you told her no, you stop. That was too funny. But anyway, Wiley, listen, you have a point. That's right. People will go out to these Gucci stores and, they will racial profile them. And, people spend all their money with them. So it's okay to help out a black man. What's wrong with that? But if you don't want to buy it, just don't buy it. It's okay. Because he still made $2.2 million.
That's
so
true.
What's the point?
Facts.
And my last thing is I just want to say this about, what's her name? Cardi B or whatever?
Uh-huh.
I'm so sick of talking about her. But listen, let's be honest for 1 minute. When she came out on TV, she came out as like a hoe, right? So then she get mad because people is talking about her, and she even said that she drugged somebody. She said that herself.
Wow.
Right? No, let's be honest. Did she say she drugged somebody? She said it herself. And then when she came out to the world, she came out like that. You get what I'm saying? So why is you getting mad because people just saying you're a river rat? What's the point?
You're not a river rat. Okay.
Yeah, let's be honest. But anyway, I love Tasha. Okay. Go, Tasha, go. And I love you too, Wiley.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so very much. We do want to say we do have a legal note here that Cardi B declined that she ever was a hoe. All right. We definitely that she did make some declines that she was a hoe and all of that, and that she was never in decline, that she was a prostitute. So we definitely want to read that legal note to people out here that is listening. Okay. 6612, caller, you on the air.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
All right.
I'm a new subscriber. I got hit to y'all when y'all was having them long 5-hour videos. I think I watched it on Conscious or something like that. And I was like, oh my, it was so funny. I know y'all was arguing and everything, but y'all was so entertaining. So that's what makes it, I wanted to say something about, let me start with Cardi. I don't understand. She is just so dumb. If you don't, like, why would you sit there and put Tasha K on even more by getting her name out there by suing her? If you really didn't want to, if you really wanted to hurt Tasha K, I would not even give it any light, if that makes sense. That was just stupid because you just made her more famous. So I hope Tasha K wins her appeal. I love her to death. She's got me through many strenuous nights, because when I started watching her, I was like so depressed and stuff. I had lost my mom and stuff like that. And she just like used to brighten my night. I really appreciate her and her content. She is so funny and so entertaining. So, and Kanye West, I love him to death. He came to my hometown, Dayton, Ohio, when the shooting, the crazy white dude shot up everybody. He came and he did like a Sunday service. So I'll always have respect for that man. I miss his younger, like when he first came out, all that music and stuff like that. His new music, I'm not really feeling like that, but I think he'll make his way back. What I can say about him is that his music never stays the same. He's consistently changing. I do like his gospel album. I do like that.
Oh man. Okay, I can't get it right now because I got P.
On the one, I love the one he did about his daughter too. I know Nicki Minaj is like talking at the end of it, but I forget how it goes. You know what I'm talking about though.
I can't even get it on. So we gonna tune in on Station Head and we gonna play Donda One. So I get a refresher because right now in my head I got number strippers in my head because y'all, I was watching P Valley. I watched the season 1 over again and I had a ball watching it. So all I see in my mind right now is just strippers and Mercedes and throwing up dollar bills, stuff like that. So that's always in my mind right now. So I can't even think about. So all I see is just strippers, and I really want to go to a strip club. But I
cannot wait.
Yeah,
I
can't wait for
think
season
they get
2.
ready to come out with the second season because I can watch that. I didn't watch the first season probably like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, because I had an amazing. You can have an amazing time by yourself. I'm not even getting into details. I get into details on Station Head about what I was doing while watching P Valley, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my God, I just love Uncle Clifford. That is my dude. His most iconic scene is when he leaned back in that chair and he crossed his legs, talking about do whatever you got to do to get. She was after the dude with the casino talking to him and stuff. Do whatever you got to do. And he leaned back in that chair. I just fell out on the floor, crying, laughing. Like, oh my God. It's so funny.
Oh man.
And, what was I gonna say too? Yeah, Candance Owens. I love her. That is my girl now. Candance Owens for president, honey. She be dragging people in such a classy way. I'm like, damn, she's so ladylike with it. And she be telling the truth too.
Yeah.
Don't hate on Candance Owens.
Yeah.
I don't care what her vote. Like, people gonna vote for who they want to vote for. I don't care because, I mean, it is what it is. It's politics, right? But like the way she just does it so classy. But yeah, Cardi B needed that drag. And I can never support an artist that says something so distasteful against African American women, especially dark skinned women. Like, I don't play that. I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like that calling on roaches and stuff. Like,
I don't
who
like
do
that
you
either.
think you are?
Absolutely.
Girl, you started out on Love and Hip Hop with a bad, like, $5 hair, and you got a nerve to try to say something about dark-skinned black women? Please. Sweeping and smashing. Who was it? DJ Stank? If that ain't what his name, he old, big old, child. Like, you have some nerve. Then the way she acted on that reunion when she sit there and threw the shoe at the dark pretty girl from UK. I can't remember the girl's name or nothing like that. But she was so ugly on Love and Hip Hop. Like, I didn't like her from men. So I only see how people do it. I just don't see how people support that, especially black women. Like, just wake up, watch who you supporting, because everybody.
I think honestly, with people and me personally, I think long as she's making good. I mean, oh man, what's up? Okay, long as she making WAP, and long as she making I like it like that. Like, okay, as long as she making like good music, people gonna support her. But she have said some problematic things that I think she said I know I have a legal note here that she did apologize to the comments that she made. Many of her supporters would say, hey, she made it when she was young, but she did apologize. But I'm a fan of her music. Her personally is questionable. Because she do invite bloggers to eat chicken and burritos to defend her. And I don't see her when she have an exclusive. I don't see her sitting down on these people's channels or doing an interview. I haven't seen her done it. Okay. So when people say Tasha K had one on the Wiley Show, I haven't seen Cardi on anybody's show doing an exclusive interview for that $4.4 million. If she could have done anything, she could have went to the man with the 6 viewers on his Instagram live. She should have went there first and did a sit down. I haven't seen her done her first sit down interview with no blogger. She may not even do it with any YouTubers or Instagram bloggers. She may go with the white folks and talk about that experience before she even if she do give YouTubers that, it'll probably have to be after she goes to the white publications.
Yeah, I agree with you there 100% because it'd be like a lot of people ride for her, and I'm like, well, she don't really support you though, and you, child, it's just a whole lot of stuff. But I don't know. I just think she's an industry plant. I don't feel her. But then again, I really don't care for any of these new rappers anyway. I like Boss, I like Queen Latifah, and all the old school rappers.
Okay.
The only one I really care for is like Nicki Minaj. She cool, but the rest of these, they garbage. They ain't got no talent like that.
All right.
Please, they don't have no talent like that. I just think that they got that machine behind them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's making them hot.
I heard that. But we thank you so very much for calling in, sister. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, my God. It's so good here for first callers. I think we're down to 2 more. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hello, how you doing tonight?
All right.
Wiley?
Hi.
Yes, I have something to say about the Cardi B situation with that other black lady.
Candance Owens.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. The thing is, I don't know what their situation was, but at the same time, I don't blame the Candance Owens lady for wanting to sue Cardi B.
Okay.
Because, sorry, I'm so nervous. Sorry. Okay. First, because I know about Tasha K and Cardi B. Okay. Tasha K, I say Cardi B. Cardi B. She went to court. She said that her husband couldn't get intimate because of what Tasha K said, that she had herpes. I think so. Didn't she say that?
Absolutely, she couldn't. Yeah, that's correct. From my understanding, was
okay, but what I like to say, that's a lie, because like she just wanted to tell the people that she can get intimate with her husband, but she's getting intimate and having sex with her husband, stuff like that. So the same way she could sue Tasha K for that, I feel like Owens could sue her, for saying her husband is gay. So she could go to court and say, you know what, I'm depressed. you know, because this woman out there saying that my husband is gay, and, you know, that bothers me. So, you know, I want to sue for that. You get what I'm trying to say, okay?
Okay.
And then another thing is, I did like Cardi B. I was never a fan of her music, you know, whatever, but the first time I saw her on the show, I did like her, you know, because she was very funny, okay? And then I think the reason why I stopped liking her is because I saw her throw shoes at another female. And then I don't know her, but you know, love it, hip hop, stuff like that. Okay. And then she went online and talked bad about black females. And I'm like, okay, she have a lot of black female supporters. Why is she talking bad about black females? And then at the same time, even though she did that, you still have black females still supporting her. So it's not her fault. You get it? It's the black female that's supporting her. Because if you do not like what she say, then you will stop supporting her. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay. Well, thank you so very much for calling in.
Okay, you're welcome. Good night. Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, I'm telling y'all, they'll call in possessed one day and call in speaking so proper. Only on the Wiley Show you get this type of entertainment. 0276, calling you on the air. 0276. 0276. 0276. Okay, we're gonna move on. 0276, you're not there. Okay, 4894.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi. Welcome.
I just wanted to once again ask you guys to rethink propping up Candance Owens. This is getting kind of gross to me when I watch her show and see all these people talking about how she's so great and wonderful. She absolutely is not. I want you guys to do your research. If Candance Owens is so conservative and so right-wing, why would she run to the NAACP and file a lawsuit, her and her daddy, when she felt like the school didn't protect her from racist attacks? Get out of here with that. She's a clown, she's a con artist, and she's a coon. She's always
We're not gonna disrespect black people by giving them a name. We want to respect her. You can disagree with her, but we are not gonna call her name because you can disagree with her politics, but we do want to put some respect on her. You don't agree with her.
I just want y'all to know that y'all are being gaslit to the highest level. She's a liar.
Okay, that's you. Did she sleep with your husband?
Excuse me?
Did she sleep with your husband?
No, not that I know of.
So why are you so angry and upset about what she's doing, honey?
No, I'm not angry and upset about what she's doing. I'm angry and upset about what you were doing.
Did I sleep with your husband? Did I sleep with your husband?
I don't know. Maybe you might have.
I'm asking you a question because why are you so angry? Because I'm supporting somebody that it shouldn't bother you if I say I support Candance Owens. Like, what's that a problem? I can understand if she kind of slid with your husband. Then I can understand, hey, you doing all the world, but she didn't bother you. She making her money. Why can't she make her money?
She's making her money. That's why you think what she's doing is okay. You're okay with it. That she's clowning everybody. That she's gaslighting all the black people, and you guys are falling for it.
Listen, I don't support everything that Candance Owens stands for, but some of the stuff I do. I did purchase her book, Blackout. I'm currently reading. I'm going to do a review about it. But hey, you don't have to agree with it. That's why I'm not going to force her down your throat because you're a grown woman. You can like whoever you want to like.
Right. And I have sense enough to read and educate myself. And a lot of your listeners, I could tell, do not. Because if they did their research into
but that's not true.
On her nuts like that.
We have people that have master's degree. You have people that have PhD. You have people that went to HBCU graduates. They're very educated. And just because they like Candance Owens does not. Hold on. Just because you don't agree with Candance Owens, don't try to come for the audience because we have millionaires that follow our show and does amazing things that follow our show and very powerful. We have preachers, missionaries, ushers that follow our show. And just because you don't like Candance Owens, that's your opinion, but I should be able to have my opinion. And you see, we can be respectful.
I am being respectful. I'm just letting you guys know to do your research. Look it up. Look it up how she used the NAACP, and I think she won like $37,500 with this lawsuit, this fraudulent lawsuit that her and her daddy filed. If she's so, black people ain't shit or whatever she wants to say, why are you running to the NAACP then? To file a lawsuit. Because it's a cash grab. She's a con artist. I'm just warning y'all. Look, that's all I have to say, Wiley.
Well, you don't have to warn me about her unless she like slept with your husband. And I'll be like, okay, let me keep her away from my husband. You know what I mean? And I understand that, but she is a voice, and she is highly educated. Highly educated. She have sat with our president, former President Trump, and had a conversation with him. And she have a podcast that millions of people tune into. She have a
she knows where to get her money from. I'm a black woman in Missouri. Trust and believe. I'd have millions of dollars. I've had people offer me to wear a MAGA hat and to get on Team Trump, and how much money I've been offered to pay. But guess what? Because I got a soul and a heart, I don't give a damn. My life could be off. I would never promote that stuff ever.
But that's your prerogative. But ma'am, that's your prerogative not to do that. If I decide to wear if I decide to wear a MAGA hat, that shouldn't bother you. I'm wearing a hat. Why is it bothering you?
Like I said, people will do anything for a check, and she's one of them. Her, Lawrence Jones, the other coon on Fox, they all.
Why you have to call him out the name because you just disagree with their politics? Why you just can't say?
Calling out the name.
You did just call them out their name.
That's what they are. That's exactly what they are.
Why you have to do it? And you just have to call them out their names on that. You just don't agree with their politics and stuff like that. I actually have Make America Great Again t-shirt. I haven't worn it on my show. I will be going to President Donald Trump rally that he's having in Dallas. Definitely want to see the other side for that. And that's just my opinion. It's just my prerogative. I am a free American, and I should be able to go on either side, Republican side, and talk to my Republican brothers, and talk to my Democratic brothers, talk to my Libertarian brothers, and talk to my Green brothers.
It's watching you for a while now, and you know how to get it out the mud, and you know that if you could get a nice check,
it's nothing wrong.
To
a check.
Rally,
Nobody's gonna get. Nobody offered me a check. Nobody offered me a check because I want to go. I don't know anybody that had got a check to go to a Trump rally. They're not giving out checks, to go to a Trump rally.
Actually, they did.
Well, they didn't give me. What I'm saying is they didn't give me a check to go to this rally. I'm going there because I want to talk to my brother, and my brothers and sisters that is conservatives on the other side. There's nothing wrong with that. And I do have a Make America Great t-shirt. I'm trying to get a Make America Great binder. I do want the socks, the mega socks, and we definitely gonna have that. And and I'm gonna wear it, and I'm gonna be happy that I have it on. And I hope that you don't disrespect me because I'm wearing my mega clothes. There's nothing wrong with that. If you know what I'm saying, if I want to wear some mega thongs, there's nothing wrong with me wearing that because I'm still a free American. I should be able to wear what I want to wear in this country. What's the problem? I don't see issue with me wearing that.
Anybody that's black that wears that MAGA stuff should be ashamed of themselves.
Excuse me?
They are a black person holding up white supremacy.
Excuse me? No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. So are you a Democrat? Are you a Democrat? Are you a Democrat?
I'm a human being. How about that?
I'm a human being.
I'm
a human being too. I'm not a robot. I'm a human being. I'm asking you a question. Are you a Democrat? You're not going to answer it?
Yes, I am a Democrat. Yes, I am.
So you know that Democrats support a lot of policies that lock up black people?
Okay, if you're gonna come to me with this 94 crime bill,
I'm not talking about just the 94 crime. I'm not just talking about the. Hold on one second. I'm not just talking about the 90. I'm not just talking about the 94 crime bill. I'm talking about. I'm talking about the black DAs, the Democrat district attorneys that lock up a lot of black folks. I'm talking about the judge that gave the killer that just happened, Kim Porter out there in Minnesota, that short time, and I heard that she's a Democrat. So that Democrat, just because you are a Democrat does not automatically means that you're just for black people. Just because you're a Republican does not mean that you're totally against black people. You should look at the heart. You should look at the individual and stop judging and stop judging and stop judging a party. Hold on one second. And stop judging a party and making these blanketed statement for everybody. Because there's some good Republicans out here and there's some bad Republicans. It's some good Democrats out here and there's some bad Democrats out. Can we agree on that?
What we can agree on is anybody that cleaves to the Republican Party.
I'm asking the question. So you can't agree on that? So you believe all Democrats are good people?
No, I know that all politics is dirty. All of it is.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you have to understand that it's good and bad on both sides. But I would never on the courthouse. I would never call you a term to degrade you because you are a Democrat.
Like I said, Wiley, stop propping that lady up.
It's not. I will on this show. On this show, it's called the Wiley Show. And if I want to prop up Candance Owens, guess what? I'll prop her up. And you know what? I'm gonna give me a Candance Owens teddy bear. And you know what? I'm gonna give me a big old Candance Owens teddy bear. And I'm gonna have, and then I'm gonna get a big poster of Candance Owens, and I'm gonna put it in my bedroom, a big old poster of Candance Owens. And then I'm going to drink me a big old glass of Candance Owens chocolate milk. So I'm just, I don't have a problem with supporting someone that is not committing crimes, that is actually a positive figure in our community, that's actually uplifting our community.
Floyd deserved to have a knee in his neck for 9 minutes. You're gonna support somebody who is.
I don't support everything, but I don't support everything that Republicans does. I don't support everything that Democrat does. I look at the individual, and some of the things I know how to throw out the bad, and I know how to receive the good. Do everything that she out mouth. Did I agree with Candance Owens? I don't agree with everything. I never said I agree with everything that she does. It's some things that she make great sense on. All right. So we thank you so very much for your support for calling in.
As a black man, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I feel good. I feel good. And this black man right here feels absolutely well. I feel good.
I'll see you in the cotton fields then. That's what
I would. Okay, yeah. Okay, you won't see me in the cotton fields. If you do, I'll be buying property. Okay. Oh, she said she go see me in the cotton field. Let's go to the phone lines. Anonymous, you live on air. She said,
baby.
She said she's gonna see me in the cotton fields. So
I do want to say something as someone I've been supporting you. I call in often and I like to have fun, but now I have to try and change my tone because and if you ever have a call-in show where we can call on video and have a panel, it's fun to joke around and that's okay. She has very valid points. And when you're passionate about something and you have people in the chat saying you're angry, you're bitter, and this and that, I feel her passion. This is the thing that we have to understand. And a lot of these people that they're saying are spokes, or they're like the people who speak up for the Black community, they are not even people of our complexion who have ancestors who built this land.
Okay.
So it's easy for someone who, I just have to get into it. It's easy for an immigrant to come here, and they got here by the visa and all this stuff that our ancestors fought for. I mean, us being here, foundational Black Americans, or whatever they want to say. It's easy to say that and say, why don't you guys just pick yourselves up? Why don't you just this and that? They don't know. Candance Owens, if you look into her, you'll see the caller was really correct. And I'm not sure, some of your mods kept saying everyone's trolling, but you're a troll. Come on now. We love you, but I had to call back. I was saying 1, 2,
You
3, 4, and I said, hold
again.
up,
I
gotta
don't
have a
agree with
sister side.
everything that Candance was saying. I'm definitely going to send her an email, and I hopefully that you will support that email to bring her on the show, and we can have these conversations. But sister, you didn't lose any money out of your bank account because I said I support some of the stuff that Candance was saying. So we have to agree.
Why are you being? I didn't say anything about money.
We will have to agree
Okay.
to disagree on that. I think she's highly educated, beautiful family, by the way. And it's great things that Candance Owens stands for, and I support. One of the things that she said, the Black family need to get back to having the mother and the fathers in the home. We need that, and we need to uplift that.
Does she have a Black family?
And we need that in the family. Well, she's a Black woman, and hey, just because she didn't marry a Black man does not take away from your good self.
Wait,
Look
I'm
at
sorry, Wiley, I know you're gonna start.
Look at Frederick Douglass. He married
now
a white.
You don't like what I'm saying, so now you might want to hang up on me. So I was calling acting a fool. You would allow me a minute.
Look at Frederick Douglass. He married a white woman.
I'm talking about the Black family.
Look
just
at
like Kanye
Cardi married a white woman.
Let's
not.
Yes, and she married a white man.
It doesn't matter. She
and
married
then you're
a white.
allowing
It's
like
plenty.
Education. What are you talking about?
It's plenty Black women that marry white men and still help to uplift the Black liberation of Black people.
Agenda here. I'm very interested in. Okay, well, let me just say, so I really call and I like to listen to your show, but sometimes we have to have these serious talks. And if I call and I'm being goofy and silly, a lot of people, you just allow it to go on. But if I call and I have some points and you disagree, you're so quick to overtalk. And I hope that's something that, and I've been telling you that for at least 2 years, but I'm still here for you. But I feel like, for you to get so upset, like you ain't spending no money and this and that. I'm a woman who has an opinion. So just please give me some respect, just like I'm giving you respect. And don't tell that woman she's bitter just because she has this passion to.
I never said she was bitter. I never said she was bitter.
Wiley, I
never said the lady was bitter. You put words on her. I never said she was bitter.
All right. Well, you have a good night. I'm going to leave the chat. And then I hope one day you'll have just like a conversation where, like you said, you have millionaires following you and this and that. Maybe you don't know. I'm a professional. I have some legal advice and things I'd like to input, but not on a panel where you're trying to be entertaining. I can't. We can have fun and I like to be silly, but I hope you dedicate a panel to this specific thing.
I am dedicating. We're talking about it today.
All right, Mr. Wiley. You take care.
All right, thank you. Do we have Candance Owens in the audience? Is that Candance? Is Candance Owens in the chat? Candance Owens, call in. 0276, caller, you on air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
It's Kanisha. I think I missed it the last time when you called my name.
Oh, yeah. You sound so far away. You got me on the speakerphone?
Oh, yep. Let me send you.
Okay.
I forget.
Okay.
You can't hear me when I'm on my AirPods.
Yeah, I can hear you better now. Go ahead, sister.
So, I guess I'm just piggyback off of some of these people because I really don't know what's going on with the Candance Owens and the MAGA and all that with Kanye West. But from listening to the conversations, I guess I can input that we do need 2-parent homes now again. Well, always. My daughter is 6. She has a 2-parent home. I'm not saying that it's better, but it's better for the kids. And I hate that people want to put a price on something that someone else invented. If you don't understand how hard it is conducting a business, putting your all into something, and then having somebody tell you, oh, this is only worth $5. No, I'm going to put a price on what I'm put my own price. You're going to go to somewhere else and get it for whatever price. But since it's someone else, you're going to put it on color. It just, everything has to be about color. When some things is not. Kanye boots is ugly, but I think they are stylish boots. He's up against other competitors, so why not? You go buy the other people's stuff, why not buy his stuff? I don't get it.
I agree. I agree. I agree. And if I had a pair of some of them Kanye boots, especially in that, I do need a pair of boots. Kanye, if you're listening, send me a pair. I wear size 13. All right. I would love to go to that Chicago snow in them boots. All right. I'm not hating because sometimes I used to be one of those people that will criticize people when they have high price because I couldn't afford it. So I was like, oh, why that's so expensive?
Yeah.
You robbing the people. I couldn't afford it. So instead of me saying, you know what? That's good. I just can't afford it right now, but I do support what you're doing, brother. Keep going. Oh, sister, keep going. Because these other white people,
Right.
they have prices, all type of prices for a lot of the
All
iPhone.
type of prices.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for an iPhone. You know, I've never went to the iPhone and said, oh, you know what, it's too much. I ain't gonna get. I've always now I stopped keeping up with the iPhone. I think I got an iPhone, whatever. I don't know, but I'm not getting a new one. But some of my counterparts, anytime a new iPhone come out, they getting it. They the first ones to buy it. Or the Jordans come out, they get it. So I'm not mad at it at all. I'm gonna support it. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, I understand.
Exactly. You got it. You stay within your price range. When you're a celebrity, your price range changes from someone who's just making a living. Like I buy myself inspired and my daughter inspired stuff, but my husband, he wants real. He has a pair of real Yeezys. I support what he wants. I came from the struggle. He wants real. So I'm gonna get what's within my price range. If you can't afford it, just say you can't afford it. You can't say, well, this person is getting this for their child and they don't need it. Okay. You buy your baby Jordans because that's what you can afford. They buy their kids Gucci and Prada because that's what's in their price bracket. It's not based off of what you want. It's within their price bracket.
And then two, we have to understand not every black family is poor. It's some black people.
Exactly.
You would be considered middle class. Would that be, if I say you middle class, is that correct?
Yes, I'm comfortable. I tell people I'm comfortable. I live comfortable.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is it's some black people that can afford the Yeezys, especially if you know what I'm saying. You got two people got incomes making good money. You can afford it. It's like it's everybody not living in the hood, bro. It's some people in the hood that can afford some Yeezys.
Everybody that grew up in the hood ain't broke in their adult life.
Absolutely. And everybody that's currently living in the hood that's not broke. So we have to start with that mentality that black people can't afford high price stuff. We are a $1 trillion economy as collectively we spend a lot of money.
Exactly. Like people don't understand that because when I had my baby's lip gloss business, her lip glosses were priced at $15, $10 because I handmade it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting up all night, spending my time doing it, and it's quality lip gloss versus the dollar lip gloss that you get out of the store that's breaking your lips out. I paid top dollar for her product, so I'm going to put a price on what I want as what I want it to. No, it didn't sell good because they didn't want to pay for it, but so it does not stop the people who liked it to pay for it.
Absolutely. Preach. And I used to like when people that have children, they buy their babies like high price stuff. I'm like, if you can afford it for your child, that's great. I want to be wealthy. So when I have a child, I want them to be born in privilege. If any store, this is for me, any store that I go into, if I want to go and buy it, I should be able to afford to buy it. Period. Point blank.
And you got to make that foundation for yourself because that was my promise to my child. I was already married to my husband, still in the Army, but it still did. I knew that I wanted to walk in the store and my baby said, I want this doll baby today. She's going to get that doll baby today. If I got to go put $400 on grocery, I'm swiping my red card. I ain't swiping no food stamp card. So it's not like, and it pisses me off when I go in the store and it's like, oh, is this, is that? No, it's debit. I'm not qualified for welfare.
Okay. And it's really good. And I love talking to African Americans that got it, that got the money. You know what I'm saying? That's not living in the victimhood where, you know, I ain't got it. It's some that exists to say, hey, I don't have it. And then there's some that can go in the store. Money is not their issue. So it's good to talk to those people in a community that does not and be inspired. And you get that idea and start uplifting yourself so you can be a part of that middle class, upper middle class, people that can afford things and not complain about the price.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
And we
agree.
want to get on here and talk about this person and that person and that person. It's their life. You got to let them live it their way. They made these kids. They put their hard work and their time into a product. If you don't have the money, or if you don't think it's not something that should be priced at, don't buy it.
Facts.
Look the other way.
Look the other way.
Because
Now,
somebody's going to buy it.
absolutely. I want to ask you about the topic. Do you think that T.I. should be a celebrity? I mean, not a celebrity. I'm sorry, a stand-up comedian. Sorry about that.
I don't think so. I don't think he's funny. I just think he's very intellectual. I think he's out of his league now. It's somebody else's turn.
you think that's
I don't think he's funny.
I heard that. Hold on. Introduce yourself, because people are do you want to introduce yourself, or do you want to wait on that?
It's up to you. Should I introduce myself? Because I'm not looking at comments or anything. So
Whenever you come on camera, it's up to you. But your YouTube channel, because give your YouTube channel again. I'm sorry.
It's Mommy Vaughn Real TV.
Mommy Vaughn Real TV, and we're gonna bring her on camera and stuff. She's gonna be diving into comments, topics and stuff like that. What we talking about? So it's gonna be great. But I do want to say this about T.I. because I see people that's watching. I did see a comment. They were talking about why you got Cardi B in the topic. Cardi B is in the topic because she's trending news. T.I. is in the topic because he's trending news. Whoever's trending, I put them in the title. I don't put them in the title for clickbait. So anytime you see Cardi B, T.I., or whomever, I'm going to discuss them in the callers. I'm going to discuss them in commentary, and the caller's going to discuss them. So hold on, let me bring this other caller on. Anonymous, you live on air.
How you doing?
And then we gave her a chance, and she back doing that. 2240.
Let me go get my tablet so I can see the comment.
Okay, 2240.
Oh my.
You see that she called.
Oh my goodness, mental illness is real.
Right. Like I don't think she has. I just think that she does that just to troll. And she calls in sometimes. She be like, "Yes, Wiley, and this is going on." And she speaks so regular. And the other days, like, I don't know. Maybe she have something that I don't know. But she do calls in sometimes. She be speaking on the subject, and she's highly intelligent. But then she does that. So I don't know. Maybe
no adult person, like unless you're a teenager, no adult would do that. Unless something is going on.
She calling. And then some days she calling and she be speaking on the subjects that's so highly educated. I'm like, why you speak on the subject so like that? And then you call in and you being shady.
It sounds like a cry for help.
Right. Go ahead, sister. What you want to think about the subject? Go ahead.
Telling you to call 911 or something.
I don't know what she's doing.
I wanted to talk about Candance Owens.
Okay.
Or what the lady was talking about a couple of calls ago. I personally don't agree with Candance Owens. And I think that like why a lot of Black Republicans get a bad rap. However, like I'm not Democrat, I'm independent, but I think the reason why a lot of Black Republicans get a bad rap is because how like I feel like you can be Black and Republican and you don't have to push this like white supremacy thought. Like some of the things that she says is triggering, and I mean, I just think that for you to be true to yourself, there's no way you could believe like George Floyd deserved that or whatever. But I mean, I get it. She's probably doing that for her audience. But again, that's why a lot of times when you see Blacks, they go all the way left. They don't want to have any parts of that. However, like I enjoy Angela Stanton. You know, I enjoy a lot of the things that she say. Of course, I don't agree with everything, but I enjoy that. And, you know, I have a lot of my family members, they're into politics. My dad being one of them. He's a strong, hardcore Democrat. And I do agree. Like, I think that as Black people, we have to open up our minds. Like, we have to understand that you're going to have Republicans, you're going to have different people on different, you know, ends of the spectrum. And we need that for information. Like, if everybody's doing the same thing and it hasn't been working for us, how are we going to progress and how are we going to get ahead?
I mean, when you look at Biden, what is he doing? Or even Obama, like, what have they done for Black people, for us standing strong and being hardcore Democrats? That hasn't been working. And these people, they promised us, Biden got on there and said, like, if you ain't Black, you ain't Black if you don't vote for me. But then when he got in office, what has he done for us? When Blacks were, are being terrorized, you don't hear his voice. You don't hear any policies being made. But when the Asians were being terrorized.
But that's not true. That's not true. Congress passed the Policing Act, the George Floyd Policing Act. Congress passed the Build Back Better plan that will help African-American people. You know what hold that up? Joe Manchin from the Senate. And the other girl that's a Democrat that's holding up and vote against it. And as well as Senator Tim Scott vote against the George Floyd Policing Act. So Black folks got to understand it's not just Biden. He's just one piece to the puzzle. You also got the Senate. You also got the Congress. The Senate did not pass it. So it's making Joe Biden look like he's not winning, but Joe Biden don't have a magic pen that can solve all these problems. It got to pass through the House. It got to pass through the Senate. And once it passed through those two houses, it goes to his desk, he signed, and it's a law. We have to look at the Senate. And this is why it's so important for us not just to vote for president. You got to vote for Senate. You got to vote for your House representatives. You got to vote for your your state representatives and all of that. But if he don't have the support from the Senate, I mean, it's just his agenda is at a standstill. And if one Democrat, because it's so close, is at a 50-50, if one Democrat say, I ain't voting for that, I don't want to do it, I'm not voting for that, I don't believe in it, that holds up the entire agenda. But we don't have that energy for the people in the Senate. We automatically go, Joe Biden ain't for us. But we rarely ever call out Senator Joe Manchin for saying no. And that other chick, what's her name? That's a Democrat that voted no with these policies. But the Senate got to be on board with President Joe Biden. This is why if you're in Louisiana, you must vote for somebody like Gary. You must vote for people that is going to pass laws that benefit Black people. You must. I
get that. Like, and I'm not. I know that Biden is just a portion of it, and I know that he can't just go in there and just make laws. But my point is saying that a lot of times, people who Blacks that are Democrats, they feel like once they get a Democratic president in, that everything is going to go well. And what I'm saying is that it doesn't work that way. It doesn't always go that way. And a lot of these Democrats, even though like those policies, may have been put in place, but it's not like they, it doesn't necessarily be, you don't always see them pushing the Black agenda.
Now, what I agree
for other things, the LGBT.
Now, what Biden could do is use his bully pulpit and say, hey, you know what we're about to do? I'm about to go to these Black areas and do town halls. And then once I go to the Black areas, I'm going to go to the poorest white areas and say how these policies will benefit Black people. It will also benefit you poor white folks as in Mississippi, Louisiana, and Alabama, and Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Now Biden could get out of the leave that White House and do a whole tour, go to the poorest Black areas and the poorest white areas and say these policies will help benefit you. It is white folks that don't have no teeth that need dental insurance voting against their own interests, voting people in office that's not making that can expand Medicaid and Medicare for them to get the dental work. So until Biden, I think he needs to do.
Why would he do that? I mean, for Biden, it's about votes.
But he should do that because what it would do, it would apply pressure to these senators and these Congress. If he really go to the poorest Black areas in the country, the poorest white areas, the trailer parks, I'm talking about the poorest white areas with Snagatude, with the opioid crisis. Go there and do these town halls and educate the people and say these bills that I'm trying to pass will help benefit you. And make sure you call your senator to tell them to vote yes for these policies. It will help you. Now, I rarely see Democrat or Republican that really do press tours and really do a tour around the country. They do it when they campaign for the office, but then when they get in office, they forget about campaigning. I think you should never stop campaigning. You should always campaign out there with your agenda and let people know this will help benefit you. If you go to the poorest areas in the South and the poorest areas in the North and do these town halls, because poor people is going to benefit that need the help, and the middle class as well, to stabilize the middle class. But the poor people need help. And so I think Biden needs to do that.
The poor people don't have the money. They just most of the time, the only thing poor people can offer are votes.
But what I'm saying is, and they also can offer, and there's programs for you to get a cell phone or call your center. It's actually programs to help you if you don't have the money like that. But that's something that he should do, and bring his staff, and you educate and you put resources and boots on the ground, and the DNC could do a better job touring this country and let people know how this will benefit the black people. And people keep saying Biden ain't for us, but he's with us right now. This is the card that we've been dealt with right now. So we must focus on what's been dealt, what we have right now. We can't say, well, let's wait. No, we've been dealt. We voted Biden in, whoever voted him in. So you must work with the administration now. And that's what I think that Biden and President and Vice President Harris need to do a tour. Vice President Harris needs to tackle the East Coast, and President Biden needs to tackle the West Coast and talking the North and South. They need to just and just go into these areas and meet these voters and say, hey, this will help benefit you. And I think if he do that, that will change a lot in this country for a lot of people. You rarely see presidents go and do these tours like this. I think President Biden did it when it's for his Affordable Care Act. He toured this country. He did like a press tour, and then he also did like a town hall when he wanted to pass the Affordable Care Act. So they must use that same strategy for all the Build Back Better plan, the George Floyd Policing Act, because a lot of people don't know the benefits of that act. A lot of people didn't know that was passed by Congress, and that will benefit. That will help with police. With the chokeholds, that would really help with investing more money for body cameras, and that would help for mental health training. It just will mental health services. So I just think that if they do that, it would be great. Hey, I'm just giving a suggestion. I don't know everything, but go ahead, sister. I don't know if you want to interject and say something.
No, I agree with you with everything that you're saying. The only thing that I would say to add to that is that we need to have open conversations. And those conversations have to be with people on different ends of the spectrum, whether they're Republican. We can't, just because somebody's Republican, we can't just start name calling them or assume that they're not for Black people, or vice versa, or that just because someone is Democrat, that they are for Black people, or or have an agenda that's for us. We have to have those conversations so that we can understand politics. And we need people in different realms so that we can understand what's going on. And so just because somebody's on a different side, we can't just automatically call it. And I think also too, when you get in these, if you're Republican, you don't have to be you don't have to take on a white supremacist, persona to be a Republican now. Like, Candance Owens, a lot of things that she says is triggering. And it does come.
But I think Candance Owens is not the reflection of the entire Republican Party. I think that Black Republicans that do not speak like
she's seen, and because she's seen,
right,
even though she's not a reflection, I mean, of course, there are different Republicans, and I mean, again, like, I enjoy all voices, but because she is seen and she's out there in the forefront, it is a turnoff.
Like Angela Stanton is not as aggressive. People. I think like Black Republicans that do not speak like Candance Owens need to do what Candance Owens is doing, monetizing on social media, doing stuff on social media, doing stuff on the podcast. Black Republicans that don't speak like Candance Owens is actually talking about conservative values, actually talking about less government, less spending or wasteful spending. You need Black Republicans that really speak about what it is to be a Black conservative, other than a Candance Owens. So those Black conservatives that do not believe what Candance Owens believe in should also get the interviews, should also get up on a podcast, should also come on the Wiley shows to show people that we don't all think like Candance Owens. There's nothing against Candance Owens, but everybody don't think like her.
Or that, just because you're a Black Republican, that's what you represent, So I absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
All I had to talk about.
No,
today.
thank you
so much for this platform.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. Okay. Anybody? Is you that sis? Okay. Anonymous.
Hey. Okay, so Wiley, you hear me, right?
I hear you. Go ahead, sis.
All right, sister. All right, so I know people think if you call in and you call again, they say like, oh, a callback. This is a deep topic. What I just listened to was you acknowledging that someone who calls in has mental illness, you guys laughing about it, the woman speaking on classism. I've witnessed a lot of things. I just don't understand why YouTube allows this kind of stuff to go on. I'm really I feel regretful because I've been a supporter of yours. You allowed that woman to speak for 20 minutes. You were so kind because obviously.
What are you trying? What I'm trying to say is, what are you trying to say? Get to your point.
I'm not trying to say anything. Why are you rushing me to get to my point when you just allowed someone to speak for 20 minutes? Why are you rushing me to get to my point?
So we can have dialogue, but go ahead.
So that's a part of it. You're rushing me, and I don't have to speak fast. If you want to hang up on me, that's okay. But I'm just noticing the bias and the favoritism, and something's not right. And
I'm trying to have dialogue. We've been on here for 2 hours. I just want you to get to your point so we can have the dialogue.
Okay, it's not my fault how long you've been on here. I haven't been on here that long. Let me just say this. So you keep saying, okay, I brought up how Candance is not married and Kanye is not married to anyone who's Black. You said that doesn't matter. Who cares? But you keep on speaking about Black issues. You're the one who's bringing color up into all this. It's the hypocrisy. If you could just take a day to listen to maybe your last 3 lives. I know people in the chat are encouraging the nonsensical and the ignorance. It's not okay. And it's almost like for someone like me and many others, it's very frustrating because this is very disingenuous. And yes, clicks and views, I guess they're important. They garner monetary value for you and others. But this is getting really disgusting to have somebody just on the line. You guys are laughing at someone who has mental illness. I'm disgusted.
Who's laughing?
And I'm ashamed. And someone needs to take this channel down. You guys were, and you can play it back. You can listen to your own live. You were laughing. You said someone called and you were laughing and you said several times, most people in the chat know who's calling in. We all know if that person has mental illness.
No, I said no. She's a troll. That's not.
You say you have mental illness.
She's a troll. She don't have a mental illness. Who said that?
Then you say color doesn't matter. But then you say Black issues, Black women, Black this and that. And then I say, yo, if they're not married to Black people, you're like, it doesn't matter. You can't pick and choose when color matters, all right? Young man.
Go ahead. This is still there.
So, I don't know. Oh, I hope it's her. Oh, I was hoping we can call him 3-way. Okay.
Oh, it's not me. That was thing. But what I'm going to say is, so because he's bringing up Black issues, is not right. He wasn't laughing at that woman. He said that maybe she has mental health issues.
You can just rewind it, so I don't know what you're trying to do. Okay, you can just rewind it and watch. And I've been watching. I'm a supporter. I feel. So, anyways, what are you trying to say? I guess that's my point.
You're basically attacking him for basically not agreeing with you.
Girl, don't even try to manipulate. Let me tell you something, young. Don't get on here and try to gaslight and try to manipulate. I made my point. I said what I think. So, okay, so then what is it that you need to say to me that you felt the need to be on 3-way?
I mean, I was on here already.
I didn't think so. You have nothing to say. So anything else?
I mean, you're calling in to complain about
Wiley, be careful. I'm not talking to you. This is Wiley's channel.
Well, no, she's a guest.
I've been supporting him. If I feel like I want to say something, I should be able to call in whether you agree or not.
She's a guest.
I'm attacking him. I love Wiley.
You don't understand. You can agree to disagree. You don't agree with something he
did. Facts.
So if someone doesn't agree, they can't call in? Is that what you're saying?
You can. You can call in. But you can't.
So then why are you talking to me? And who are you? I didn't call to talk to you, so you can go.
She's the co-host. She's the co-host.
She's a co-host now. Okay, you have your producer. Now you have this new co-host. I don't need this little girl to tell me a single thing.
How you know she a little girl?
Take care of yourself and be careful. Be careful.
How you
This
know
girl
she?
is ignorant. You guys are both.
Now, wait a minute.
You
Wait a
say
minute.
that because I am about to send this to YouTube. You need to look back and see how you work. You need to look at your commentary and be careful of what you're saying and the people that are encouraging the bad behavior.
But why you addressing the co-host
And that's
like
coming
that?
from my attorney profession.
And you said you want to respect.
Co-host,
Hold
she
on.
just called in. She just called in.
No. She been on the line and stuff like that. You
time
didn't
for
allow her to
ignorance.
speak. She been on the line.
Wiley, I'm disgusted with you making fun of people with mental illness. I'm disgusted with you talking about millionaires calling.
Okay, hold on, sister. Finish your point, which was that, and I'm gonna let her interject. Go ahead, sister. Okay.
I'm not your sister. I'm actually someone who's old enough to be your grandma who practices law. I just think
What kind of law? What kind of law you
not
practice?
be
What
good.
kind of law you practice? Because you always say you practice the law. What do you do? Criminal? Do you do civil? Okay, we're gonna get her back on. She hung up. 3376. We try to have dialogue. 3376.
Oh my God, Wiley. Okay, compose yourself. Hey, Wiley.
Hi.
Hey, chat. First things first, I want to say we don't make fun of people's mental illness, and we love everyone.
Right, we love everybody.
And the views and opinions of the callers are not of the show.
Right.
Oh my God. To Miss Lawyer, sis, just relax. Maybe she had a bad day at work today. I don't know. But back to the commentary, I feel like T.I., just to bring it back, T.I. should not do comedy. I'm not here for that, but I guess he's not selling records, so it is what it is. Tasha K saying she's broke. She went live on her app. So I think she was trolling, but I get it. You know, it's a brand, it's a business. I wouldn't willingly give somebody my money either if I didn't feel I was wrong. We got to take it higher because I said it in the beginning. I felt like the whole court situation was very biased. Mm-hmm. And then you had these internet lawyers trying to give their commentary and be one-sided. I think there was a lot of issues with the isms and the ifs, but that's that. As far as Candance Owens, though, a lot of people like to insert their feelings into her commentary of what she said. She never said that George Floyd deserved anything. She said, you know, we martyr criminals and we subjugate working professionals, people who are actually doing good in the community. That is seen by various aspects of life. I mean, look at Chicago. You just spent half of the show talking about things you would do to make Chicago better. I feel there is an issue in politics with certain individuals. I'm glad you listed those Democrats because, you know, they'll pander to our people and talk about vote for me. We care about y'all. And then they do nothing. They're stopping bills that can help us. You know, I am in DC. I see it every day just with simple things. You know, the no lynching bill is still being held up, not just by Republicans, by Democrats too. So everybody needs to go and vote at the lowest level possible. I really believe if people just watch Schoolhouse Rock, you know, and start reading more than talking, they would understand that. And that's not throwing shade. That's just being very real because different states, different statuses. I'm glad you spoke about Louisiana and all those things because for those that do not know, I'm from there, New Orleans. Baby, we have been, y'all seen it. The road is just now getting built after how long? I'm 35. It's been a long time. I'll just say it like that. Because they've been using the tax money to fund these private schools and situations like that for other people's kids and putting money into things that don't need to be fixed. And you're like going to these middle class, low end neighborhoods and nothing's happening. So
then,
I love what you said. You don't agree.
And then also Louisiana is like 49 in the nation. When you're talking about 49.50
for education.
For education, that's
yes.
That's at the bottom. So
at the very bottom, baby.
Yeah.
At the very bottom. Like, how do we have one of the number one, like one of the top nursing schools, but the children can barely read? That's just like here in Baltimore. I'm in DC. They're on the seniors are on a 8th grade reading level. That should draw some controversy. I think you covered it the last time a few months ago about them reading at like out of a 4, they're at a 1.
Yes,
and
I remember that.
People don't understand that. And they want to keep saying Joe Biden, Joe Biden. No, keep saying Joe Biden, but also drag these other people, because if you really look at it, pay attention to what's going on. They're sending out people who look like us to pander to us again. You know, I don't agree with all of what Candance Owens says, but she makes a lot of sense. You know, a 2-parent household is better than 1. I just saw on the Neighborhood Talk a girl crying in her car about being a single mother, and people act like that's not the reality we are seeing. There's babies raising babies with no father figure in the household, for despite whatever the reason. You got Nick Cannon, an educated, quotation mark, lame, out here creating single mother households, and he's just now realizing it's a problem, and he's 41. Candance Owens says a lot of stuff that makes sense. Y'all just don't like her because she's married to a white man. Oh, well. Kanye's married to a white woman. Oh, well. Think about what they're saying. A lot of people just respond to something without even listening. They don't even want to hear it, but it makes a lot of sense. I'm here for Kanye having his own streaming services because they're getting pennies on the dollar. Why do you think some of these girls don't have an album out? Cardi B. You know, she's supposed to be the superstar, but she's letting a political analyst drag her in the pits of mud. She's getting you bothered. Aren't you a millionaire? Like, it's just weird. And she does have a 8th grade education level. I mean, we've seen the things Cardi B put out. Lack of grammar, lack of punctuation, can barely articulate and enunciate a full grammatical, perfectly spoken sentence. And people like to say, oh, she's Dominican and she's this. She was born in America and she doesn't speak Spanish 24/7. She went to an English public speaking school, and you can tell they just passed her along. Shout out to No Child Left Behind, because this is why we have some of the most uneducated making money now. You know, the woke Vickies of the world. Nothing you're saying is wrong. I feel like I love this. We need to have these more honest dialogues about stuff and just be very clear. And I love your co-host. Shout out to her, very educated sister. And don't let grandma lawyer get you stirred up.
Oh, no.
She's going to report you.
We is now.
That's very supremacist of you, sis. What? Is she reporting Fox News when they misrepresent us or put out fake news, or CNN and the rest of them? No. Have that same energy, Miss Girlfriend, while she's talking about, I'm going to send it to YouTube. It's a mess. But that's all I have, Wiley.
All right. Thank you so very much. Go ahead, sister.
All right.
So I just want to piggyback on what she said about 2-parent versus 1-parent household. So I'll just give my little story for the grandma that called prior. I am a little girl in your mindset because I'm 26 years old. I had my first child at 19, but I was married to my husband at that time. I knew that I did not want to have a broken household because I grew up in a broken household where I longed for my father. So yeah, it is deadbeat dads out here and it's single parents out here, and it mental illness stems from just that childhood trauma. And unless we take accountability for it ourselves and not be in denial forever until you're 50 years old, 60 years old, and get the handle on it when it's there in the flesh at first, then you won't have to go through life calling other people bitter, going through life telling people that, oh, you ain't went nowhere yet. You know, the kids, let me just say myself, I learned from growing up with my mom and my aunties and stuff with these broken homes, being with these men that hurting them and they're crying to us, and the only thing that they have to lean on is their children. I wanted better for my child. When I did have a child, it was unexpected, but it happened, and I was already married. So just for this lady to get on here and tell me I'm bitter and I'm a little girl and I have a house back in Texas. I have my own stability. I have my husband. We've been married for 7 years. February the 2nd this year. So, like Wally said, he looks at me as a middle class, wealthy person, but I don't look at myself like that. Why? Because I made a way for myself. I don't have to call nobody for help. Everybody's calling me. So just because I'm 26 and she may be 50 years old does not mean that we're in the same ball game, because I have more wisdom than her. I knew not to disrespect her, but she felt the need to go against another Black woman like we always do because she doesn't agree. She wants to attack this Black man, but she doesn't want to agree to disagree. That's where the problem lies, with us trying to go against each other instead of going with us to make something great. Like, why can't we be together instead of apart?
All right. I agree with you on that.
It makes absolutely no sense.
Absolutely. I think we got 2 callers in here. Let's bring it on right there. That's called let me make sure I pronounce your name right, because it's a certain way. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Hold on. Let me see if I can pronounce it right. Okay. Is it Kenya? Kanidra. I always get your name wrong, but Kanidra is dropping.
Somebody said mental illness is also hereditary. It is hereditary. It is, but
Kanidra.
we don't think so because we in denial.
Absolutely. And Kanidra, you made a good point about the power of 2-parent households. That's what on your channel, I can't wait till you dive into that, because people need to see the power of a 2-parent household in the Black community, because we don't see too many of those imageries in our community. We don't see it enough. We always uplift all the single Black women or single Black mothers, but we also have families that are, the man is working, the woman is working, 2-parent households. So we need to also uplift that as well. But go ahead, let me bring this other call in. Anonymous, you live on air. What in the world is going on? You tried it. Okay, we're gonna go to the last caller. We're gonna be done. Okay, Anonymous, you live on air.
Hey, how dare that caller call in and say she's a fan of the Wiley Show and she supports the Wiley Show, and then at the end of that sentence she says she's going to report the Wiley Show to YouTube? Like, come on, you're not a fan of the Wiley Show. First of all, this troll calls in all the time. Wiley knows who this troll is. We kind of like when the troll called in and Wiley made a statement, and after the statement, he laughed because she just keep calling in. He didn't laugh because the lady may be disabled or has a personal issue. Wiley cares about the mental ill people and the people that have issues. Wiley talked about this on his previous shows.
All right.
So how dare you try to spin a narrative?
Ain't nobody worry about that. We go with that.
And I'm a long-time supporter, and we stand with Wiley.
Okay.
Let YouTube
yes. Okay.
Thank
and listen, we got to go. We do want to say thank y'all so very much. Thank you, Kanidra, for coming on. She's going to actually come on our live soon. I gotta go. Thank you all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Kanidra.
Listen, hop on up to Tasha K.
Okay, I'm gonna go over there for a second, and then we're gonna come back live. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later.
Okay.
All right. Peace.
All right.
Okay. All right. Let me end this live. All right.